we were just getting food. He was on his phone and he saw that Mr. Beast had put out a video, and Mr. Beast had invited another streamer, and he was like, oh, Mr. Beast invited this guy to his video, not me. And I was like, oh, well, you know, like, huh, yeah, I guess so. Which led to him going 150 miles per hour in the car and talking about himself while doing it. He would throw his phone. I would tell him, you know, it scared me, I don't like it. And one time it even hit me in the eye, which caused me to get a black eye.
Obviously, eventually, people have been telling me, eventually the YouTube drama is going to slow down. These topics have been just going crazy for an entire year. Nothing can possibly keep sustaining content creation at a pace that we have been on, right? What happens next? What comes after Collargate? What comes after Creator Clash? What comes after the Hassan Piker, Ethan Klein arc? And then Mizkif was just like, bro, I'm bald. All right, you've heard it here first. You probably know more about this than I do. I've got some stuff to take a look at here, and then we're going to jump right into Emiru's actual testimony. But yeah, that's another thing. I guess while this thing had been going on, I do want to establish this because this is the previous Emiru sexual assault scenario, which is an insane thing to say out loud, right? Like, we literally were covering this like 3 days ago, right? Obviously, she was just assaulted at VidCon. And now, chat, Twitch will not give the name of the fucking person to the police department. Emiru is claiming that Twitch will not surrender the legal name of the entity that had been banned for a week or something, a month or something, and then ultimately permanently banned.
Oh, it's an accident, and I was like, oh yeah, someone came into the work who matched, of course, the description of the guy. Think that, and this person was saying like, oh, I'm, traveling to Texas, and I caused like quite a stir at a TwitchCon, and this person reached out to my manager, reached out to police, San Diego police, interviewed them. Basically, what I'm trying to say is because all this stuff was delayed, this guy was able to get really far away from San Diego, allegedly.
This isn't, dude, come on! Bro, you as a woman are not safe on that platform. I'm sorry, you're just not. Unironically, I think that you guys need to migrate over to YouTube. And listen, I want Hassan to stay over there. I'm not saying that every streamer needs to leave Twitch, okay? But like, dude, this is insane. How as a female content creator could you possibly say you're safe on Twitch?
And this whole time, my manager was like, basically like begging Twitch, like, dude, like, please give us his name. Like, we don't know who this person is. Like, for all we know, he, like, lives around where Emmy and her roommates live. Like, I can't, like, help her if, like, I don't know who this person is, and they were refusing to do it. But, after—
Yeah, someone just said in chat, Twitch has failed this poor woman. No! Twitch is failing this woman! It's not over yet! They are still fucking this! It is still getting fucked!
After that tip from the person who said that the guy came into their workplace and was talking to him, my manager demanded the info from Twitch, so they did end up giving it to police, but not my manager, as far as I know. She still doesn't—
I mean, at that point, I'm pretty sure you have to, like, get lawyers involved, right?
Yeah, so—
I don't know what you have to sign to— I don't know what it says on the contract, but I'm assuming the lawyers have to get involved in some capacity.
Oh, the investigation's still going on, but it's, like, been a huge mess because of all of the delays and, like, refusal to work with the police. Yeah.
Legal Mindset's gonna A-log this. Legal Mindset is gonna be stuck in a rock and a hard place, okay? Because on one hand, he's gonna be able to talk about how Twitch sucks and stuff, and that's like a really good like financial thing for him. And then on the other end, he has to explain why Western women deserve to be saved, which obviously is something that kind of flies in the face of who he is.
It's ongoing. I can't like say too much about it. Like all this that I'm saying, obviously I like ran by my lawyer and stuff.
So yeah, that's what's going on right now. That's the update on that story, but that is not why we're here. That's not why we played the intro. You know, Asmon Gold recently confirmed that Mizkif has not been an OTK for a real long while. I just want to point that out there.
And not a single person that is in the space that knew him is really defending him.
I have a question. Who's still on OTK? Who's keeping the lights on over? Is there a building? Is there a team house of some kind? Who the fuck is still a member of OTK? There can't possibly be many left, right? I mean, what do we got? Half of them have gone down so far. Shelbo. Oh, dude. Oh my god. Oh my god. So you know the psycho stalker who claims like they were dating Pokimane? If you haven't watched a Shelbo segment, I don't know what you're missing. I don't know why you're not here, but we've been covering Shelbo. The reason why anybody knows Shelbo at all, the person who thinks that they've impregnated Cinnabrit, he's convinced from the mental ward that he has impregnated Cinnabrit. He's been scammed into flying to California.
Keemstar Orbiter, Nick Oreo.
Right?
Mr. Oreo.
Shelbo? I'm pretty sure Shelbo, his entire rise, the only reason why we even know who he is, the whole way that he got on the radar, was he was involved in, was it the OTK top streamer? Is that what it was? They were doing it was like an up-and-coming rising star, and they brought him along because he was kind of a meme. I think he's affiliated with OTK as well, technically, right? Is that what was the show called? Yeah, he thinks that the forces beyond our understanding put poop in his pants while he was sleeping. Yeah, dude, Shelbo for Hidden Gem. He went on the OTK panel for Rising Star streamer, and he initially got voted out, but he was such a meme they brought him back, and it turned out that he was just mentally ill. So even people loosely affiliated with OTK go down. By the way, if you want to buy a Starforge computer.
But I never wanted to because I wanted to be alone, and that increased our fights.
Of OTK, he wasn't. He hasn't been in OTK for a long time.
Yeah, dude. Asmongold's like, I don't know this guy. But why is that? Why doesn't Asmongold know him? I have no idea. I personally have no idea. Mitch Jones, this guy seemed like kind of a dipshit in a previous installment of what's happening at Twitch. He wrote "damn." Now, why did Mitch Jones write "damn"? Asmongold calls out the Mizkids. What's happening here? Apparently, people are downplaying something. What could that be?
It's such a coincidence that all the people in Austin and also LA don't talk to him.
This is how we talk about Bo Blacks. I love the WoW music because it sounds somber.
I think he's also there's been a large part of his community that's been trying to actively downplay and spread misinformation and lie. I
think that Mizkif was probably 1 month away from just skirting back in and just acting like nothing was wrong, right? I think he was past all the Adriana Lee shit. I think that most people either forgot or didn't care, or didn't look into it. And I think he was probably weeks away from being, I guess, some of the fake influencers over there from just chilling with him again.
And especially, hurt.
Because I've been hearing a lot of pro Mizkif stuff, but I didn't take any time to look into it, right? Because it wasn't something I was going to cover for the channel.
Emiru. And I think that
Mitch Connor, isn't that the name of isn't Mitch Connor the name of Cartman's hand?
Really, I hope that now, after seeing the receipts and seeing the screenshots and seeing the edits and everything, I hope you realize who you're defending.
So Asmongold is kind of leaning heavy on here. So I do want to just showcase, we're going to go back to, I'll pull this stuff to the back, but Emiru has come out to give another statement. And I don't know what people were expecting when they saw this live on Twitch. I think maybe they were expecting more of twitch.tv, right? I thought they were expecting more of Dan Clancy. I think they were expecting more of I need help, we can't identify the guy. But when I saw it, it was a YouTube VOD with the title, "The Last 3 Years of my life, trigger warning." And no, it's not trigger warning abuse. It's not trigger warning sexual assault. No, it's not trigger warning violence. It's trigger warning Mizkif. And I appreciated that.
What's the name of the guy? Keemstar Orbiter, Nick Oreo.
I very
Mr.
much appreciated a good trigger warning because, you're just sitting there minding your own business. You do not want to see Mizkif just fucking popping up on the screen. Girl has so many plushies. That's kind of based, all right? That is kind of based. We're going to put that into the positive category. I'm actually going to score on the funny meter. I think the plushies are a 10. Okay, that's our one funny meter scoring of this installment of URR. I believe this is URR 11 or something. I don't know if I'm going to title it that way, but yes, the funny meter dictates that the plushies in the background of Kirby are, in fact, a 10. Anyways, let's jump in here. We're going to take a look at the majority of this discussion, and then from there, we've got a lot more to discuss afterwards.
Oh, I mean, you guys can probably tell, but today is not going to...
Let me just hit this one more time. I think I can get my booster back, right?
I mean, you guys can probably tell, but today is not going to be a normal stream. Not gonna you know, watch videos or...
It's crazy because I don't think Emiru has really ever been in drama before. I think we covered like one of her statements related to Ethan Klein. Nothing prior to this year, and now obviously a lot of stuff this week, or the last week or so.
Play games or anything today. I kind of just have a bunch of stuff that I wanted to talk about, and then I'm probably just gonna go offline after. But yeah, it's, I mean, you guys know, I've been streaming for 10 years. Last week was kind of the first
10 years
time that I ever really, like...
Okay, this is exactly what I was just saying. It doesn't help the pre-watched allegations that the only thing I can think of at the very beginning of this to say is exactly what she addresses immediately.
Spoke about a topic or, like, something that happened to me. And honestly, I'm really glad that I did, and I'm proud that I did. And, I feel like I have to... This
is one of those situations where it's like, I don't want to do drama forever, maybe, so let's rip off all of the Band-Aids and then just move forward.
See it to its conclusion, you know, if that makes sense. Not just for myself, but for... In a way, I kind of feel like a lot of people are involved, because it doesn't just affect me. So that's why... Sorry about my voice. I'm very, very nervous in case you can't tell. But I knew that this stream had to be done today, so... Yeah, pretty much, yeah. So, I guess,
Creed just wrote in chat, this is terrible, I feel so bad for her. Creed, she hasn't even fucking said anything yet. I don't even know what happened. How do you already feel bad? We're just starting.
As we'll get started, not, you know, stall too much or anything. I know there's a lot of people here who don't normally watch, and if you're wondering, yes, I do normally run 20-minute intros.
All right, 20-minute intros. I'm being told that I can probably jump 20 minutes here, and that gets to, like, the start of it, I guess, at least in relation to the new stuff. Pre-watch, yeah, I just sat down. Dude, Creed is simping hard.
And I mean, I'm not gonna leave you guys because of...
He's bionic truth nuking?
You know, something that someone else did. I mean, yeah, there's like other places that, you know, I upload content, but Twitch is like really my home.
Okay.
What I'm gonna be talking about. And,
all right, yeah, you were right. It's about 20 minutes.
And some people have been right, but even for the people who were right...
Yeah, the guys back at the lab told me to start at the 20-minute mark.
They were only like 5 to 10% right. I don't think I've seen a single person...
Time zones. Wait, what are you talking... Okay, I'm getting super triggered right now. It's a timestamp. Dude, sorry. For me, it's at the 20-minute mark. For you, it's at the hour mark. I'm in Central Time. My bad.
Online who knew or...
Twitch is my home is one hell of a household. Yeah, it seems like not good.
Understood the severity of what I want to talk about today. Been handling the situation very seriously, and I've spent a lot of time thinking this over.
So now she's talking about the new one.
And not only that, I've been in contact with a lawyer. I had them review everything that I'm planning to say today.
Ooh.
Because
I was not expecting to open with a lawyer, because all I've seen, because I've glanced a little bit at my timeline, I've seen a little bit, nothing like succinct, but people were saying she needs to go to police or she needs to move forward in that direction. If she's already talking to lawyers, that's interesting.
I wanted to make sure that if I was going to do this, I was going to do it right.
I hate quivery voice. Well, you know what? If you ever get sexually assaulted, I hope your voice stands straight, okay?
Because it's so serious. And,
I'll even cover it on the channel.
I feel like it's going to change things forever. And, so...
I feel like I'm kind of just, we're kind of edging this a little bit, but I did see someone also just mentioned, this is the last thing that I'll say before we get into everything. Someone saying there are screenshots. I have all the screenshots, so we're not going to stop. We're going to cover all the screenshots at the end. I was given the list of all the screenshots, so we'll look at that. Sorry.
I'm finally going to be opening up about and telling everyone. Sorry, I swear I'm not trying to like make this dramatic or something. Like I said, I really wish I were not feeling like I had to do this.
If I could provide one piece of advice here for anyone watching in the future who might be finding themselves in this scenario, because obviously I'm not going to tell you don't go online with this. I'm not going to tell you don't talk about this. I will tell you...
Can I say something to you, Nick? I really like
it. I do think it is a mistake in some capacity to live stream it. I think that you can say all of these things that you're saying here in a pre-recorded video. Hell, you could even record it the same way. But nobody really knows, especially if you've never done this before. I'm not sure how she's going to do here. I've heard she does well, and that's good. But maybe for the next person, it might not go very well, even if you're in the right. You really need to consider doing these things pre-recorded. Because when you're in the moment and you're explaining this to thousands of people you've never seen before, it's no longer your audience. Your audience could jump from 5 to 50,000 people who are there to watch the drama, right? I mean, you could just get caught. You have no idea what's going on. You realistically should consider just doing a pre-recorded video. Because even if she does well at this, I don't think that other people who are looking at this are guaranteed to also do well.
Like I said, I really wish I were not feeling like I had to do this. Just give me some time.
She reads a script? Yes. Okay. Imagine, right? You have written a paper and you're confident in your paper and you're ready to present it. Does anybody think that writing a paper is different than standing up in front of the class and reading the paper? Because it is. There are some people who are very good at that. But now, what if that paper isn't about American history? It's about the time you were raped, to put it bluntly. Now, even if you're going to be telling that American history paper extremely well in front of the classroom, maybe you might not be so good at that second one. Now, imagine if you're doing that second one and then 100 people fill the auditorium and you blink and you're in a stadium. Is there any chance that you might get caught in the lights? I'm just saying, as a bit of a person who covers these things constantly, as a person who's seen this kind of thing play out hundreds of times, the people who do the recorded video and can like actually get that shit checked by a lawyer, you know, at the time. Because again, you could have this script checked by a lawyer and say something offhand that you're not even intending, and that could get you in legal trouble as well. Or it could just be really scary.
I'm gonna be doing a lot of, I guess you could say, like, fourth wall breaking in a way, and talking about things that I thought would always be personal, and just, you know, I would just carry them myself. Today, I'm finally gonna be opening up about the psychological and domestic abuse, stalking and harassment, sexual assault, and threats of blackmail that Mizkif has done towards me, and some of these issues which are still ongoing. For the entirety of this year, I have attempted to separate myself from him and not talk about him at all, and not talk about this issue, and just not make it a public thing. I have never...
So was she dating Mizkif through or around the controversy? Like, is this someone who stuck by Mizkif or interacted with him after the fact and now is saying that she still got burned?
I always tried my best to keep this to myself, but like I said, I feel like it's gone to the point, which I'll explain later, that...
I mean, that's not good.
I feel like it just has to be done. And I have always believed in not condemning people or starting drama online. So I'm sure a lot of people are going to be asking, why am I doing this and why now? And I would like to explain that before I get started so that people understand what prompted me to do this today, and that it's not just on a whim or something like that.
Good.
Okay.
That's good.
So, like I said, I took a lot of notes, so forgive me.
Holy fuck, dude.
So, like I said...
Okay, I assume that that's just like a backdrop for the piece of paper, right? Are we flipping pages? That's a big notebook.
Notes, so forgive me if I just end up reading off my notes. The first and probably most severe reason is that one of the rules that I set for myself a long time ago about withholding this information was that if I ever felt like somebody else was in danger or being hurt, I would then make myself speak about it. And 2 weeks ago, actually 3 weeks ago now, I was informed by 3 separate people, one of whom was present for said incident, that he had done something similar to something that he had done to me, and to someone in LA at the end of September. And this person is not a streamer or content creator.
All right, so she believes she could establish a pattern of behavior here.
But
And like, this is something that is currently ongoing, and that would be the reason for coming forward on it.
obviously,
I speculated it was like a ripping the Band-Aid off situation. Like, okay, I've established this, and now let's kind of get all this stuff out of the way. So maybe I was too cynical.
that does not matter. And because of this, I cannot in good conscience sit here knowing that I know critical information about someone that almost no one else does and not say anything. I think that most issues and dramas should stay private and off the internet, and I still hold that belief to this day, and I will hold that belief going forward. However, there are certain things that cross the line, and I say that the line has been crossed too many times to be count. There's a point where I believe that people deserve to know. I think that at a certain point, if you know a lot of things about someone and you don't say anything to look out for others, it's wrong. It's wrong to keep it to yourself. I don't want what happened to me or what has happened to other people because of him to happen to other people. And I don't believe he will ever stop behaving the way he does. But regardless,
Well, again, if this is a pattern of behavior, if this is something, whatever she's about to explain, if he's still doing this after being essentially destroyed on social media, on Twitch, like his income and having to do this whole rehabilitation art, I mean, the stuff that I have seen from Mizkif, he's like, I'm changing, I'm trying to be a better person. This is detrimental to that because his entire, like, perception moving forward, his like financial stability, his future, as many of these streamers kind of are dealing with as they get older, is based on the fact that he's already trying to do better. So if she establishes that he is not in fact doing better, I don't know if you get to go to the well on that twice, right? You can only make that attempt once, like I went to rehab, I took time off, I'm doing the best I can to change my behavior and be more, be a better person for everybody around me, right? If you kind of go to the well on that, it seems that you're not doing those things. People really don't give you another opportunity.
regardless, like I said, one of the main reasons I decided to do this stream is to come out about all of this because I can't hold on to it any longer because it feels wrong to do so. And an honorable mention reason for why I'm doing this is that for a while, he has been indirectly threatening me through my friends and people that I work with.
Well, that's a fucking reason.
Informed me that he said that if I ever talked about anything he did, he would try to create a smear campaign against me in retaliation.
If that's at all accurate in any capacity, then that kind of gives you free reign. That kind of shuts up the, why don't you go to the police first type people, Once you get threatened, it's got to come out at that point.
I was told that he even approached other streamers who were close with us back when we lived together, asking them if they would join with him, and they all refused. At TwitchCon, he approached one of my employees, threatening them and saying if I ever talked about him, he would destroy me. Multiple people have told me that his plan was to claim that I kill animals and that I killed my own rabbits since I had several of my—
Holy fuck, dude. Jesus Christ. Okay, so I briefly heard the rabbits thing appears in Mizkif's version of this, but she's front-loading this, saying they've just directly threatened me. They're gonna expose me for killing rabbits if I speak on this. Yeah, okay, so I think the whole conversation of why is she saying this now is out the window. It is very quickly established why she's talking.
My rabbits passed away over the course of 3 years while I lived with him.
I'm gonna need the rabbit experts in the chat because I'm not really I pulled something up, but I don't know how valid it is. I don't know anything about rabbits.
He's probably listening now, and it's probably gonna come as quite a shock to him that this information made its way back to me and that I've known for months. But if you try to threaten me to stay quiet, especially using my poor dead animals, I'm not going to stay quiet. Okay.
How many
So now that I've explained all the reasons why—
Is it one, there's multiple rabbits?
Why this took so long and why I made the decision to do this stream, I have a few more things I would like to get out of the way before I start talking about all of this.
I know somebody used to walk their rabbit on a leash. I constantly make references, when I'm talking about dumb people, I make reference to the leash walking rabbit person.
And I'm gonna do this today is I'm gonna run—
It's probably cute though, watching the little thing hop.
Through everything from the beginning to the end to try to get across the story as accurately and fully as I can.
Okay, so there's a lot of screenshots here of messages. I believe they start popping up at some point. I do think we have all of them here. We can take a look at I don't know what this knitter thing is. Everyone's afraid of just posting tweets. We have a lot of stuff here that we're gonna be able to take a look at. But I think, this is that. Okay.
Using today. And I will be running through those later.
We'll take a look at that also later.
Another thing that I'd like to mention before I start is that during my statement, I'm going to be mentioning directly the names of about half a dozen other creators who were present for certain things. And
just for clarification purposes, we're referring to knitter with T's. There are T's in that word, okay? Just be clear.
I want to say that
we have not done the iconic first Nicholas DeOrio.
None of these people did anything wrong. I'm just saying that they were there, and I've asked all of them permission. They all said that it was fine to include their names, but I know this won't stop everyone, but I ask people, for the streamers that I mentioned, please don't go bothering them or asking them for more information. If there's something else that they want to say.
All right, I'm gonna probably not follow that. Fair warning, I might have some questions, and I'm probably gonna ask.
they'll say it themselves, so there's no point to go pester them and bother them about it.
I'm gonna give a tentative not really following that rule, but we'll see.
There are also streamers who gave me permission to share things that they relayed to me privately, but asked me to redact their names, which I, of course, did. And the last thing that I want to make clear is that not every person that I interact with or that I'm friends with knew the extent of all of these things. And in fact, most of them didn't. And some of them didn't even know anything at all. I tried to keep things
What's the
private
name
with
of
my
the
close.
guy?
Thank you.
The Keemstar Orbiter. Nick Oreo. Mr. Oreo.
And some of them didn't even know anything at all. I tried to keep things private with my close friends, but if anyone during the past year ever approached me asking questions, I didn't lie and I told them the truth. But yeah, I don't want there to be some kind of witch hunt like, oh, you know, you knew and this. No, a lot of people, you know, didn't know everything or didn't know anything.
I mean, that's kind of typical. I don't think people are like willingly jumping out of their chair to tell everybody every single
What's
thing
the
that's
name
happening
of
in their
the
lives.
guy? Keemstar Orbiter.
But
Nick
that doesn't stop
Oreo.
the internet, because the
Mr.
internet's been
Oreo.
pulling up clips to like, did you see the time that she cried when Mizkif was in the room? I wonder what that's about. Yeah. So they're already investigating.
Okay. I think that's all that I have to get out of the way to start. I moved in with him. I
Timeline
believe it was the end of
establishing.
2021.
2021, the end of 2021.
Because he offered.
So 4 years ago.
I was living alone at the time, and I was having stalker issues in Kansas. And I mean, you guys know like all the stuff that happened there. I ended up joining the org and everything.
The org, I assume, is OTK, right?
A lot of streams together, and I mean, a lot of people already know this, but I'm just gonna come out and say it. We started dating. We were in a relationship starting January 2022.
Wait, what? Okay. Why do people move in with each other when they're not dating? I understand. She's saying that she was leaving because obviously there's stalkers and stuff like that, but moving in with a dude that you're not even dating yet is odd.
After I joined OTK, I'm not planning to go into
It's not as odd as Einabber living with his ex-girlfriend after they broke up for 6 months and paying her rent. That one was weird. But still.
too much detail about the start of the relationship because
LA? I guess maybe because it's like content.
it
Oh, because it's at the OTK streamer house. I'm stupid.
honestly doesn't really matter at this point.
So we're just ranking Einabber on the weird list still.
It's irrelevant now. The only things that really matter that you guys need to know for the story are that it was, one, an extremely private relationship. It was even hidden from friends and people in the org, but I mean, obviously people all eventually figured it out. They're not fucking stupid. Second, it was an extremely codependent relationship, which it's not the issue, but that's just, you know, making that clear for details. He initially portrayed himself to me as someone who was very nice to girls and wanted to help me feel safe from stalkers and wanted me to succeed as a teammate. And we grew very close over time, and I was very dependent on him. Feelings of safety, social life, like my stream, my job, everything. So yeah, besides...
I have to ask here, obviously, like, what was the viewership like for these two? Because I understand that now she's like a large established streamer, and Mizkif is kind of like a declining streamer. I imagine it was the opposite.
It being a very codependent relationship.
It is worth noting.
The start of it was fine. I saw a lot of people mentioning this. They thought this was what I was going to talk about. It's
I mean,
not a
she obviously
secret.
had
I
viewership
think
if she got into OTK. I highly doubt they're just like looking for random 10 viewer streamers. But
everyone who paid attention
was she? Because she's bigger now than Mizkif. Was she bigger than Mizkif then?
knew that he was
Mizkif was bigger. Got it.
very controlling over what I wore, to a degree, who I was friends with, and even when I would stream. It was definitely slow over time that bad things started happening. At the start, it would be things like, for example, he would throw bottles, like plastic bottles with liquid in it, not like glass bottles, at me.
I'm sorry, what? Wait.
Despite me telling him like I didn't like it and it scared me and I bruised very easily. He would
That was just like a thing that was... All right, surely somebody had to have seen the house if this guy's like lobbing bottles of water. Well, empty bottles of
throw
water.
his phone at me. I would tell him, you know,
Okay, so empty bottles of water is one thing. I don't think he was throwing the iPhone Air, you know, the latest new Apple smartphone.
it scared me. I don't like it. And one time it even hit me in the eye, which caused me to get a black eye. But he always...
Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. You got a black eye in the house from a phone getting bashed in your skull?
You know, was like, oh, it's an accident. And I was like, oh yeah, it's an accident. Like, you know, of course I'm not gonna think that, you know, he's... Yeah, I just... At the time...
The crazy thing is that, like, this shit's happening in a streamer household, right? So your boss and fucking coworkers are living with you while this is happening. And now your girlfriend's got a black eye because you hit her in the eye with your fucking iPhone.
I just kind of was, you know, I just brushed it off. And looking back now,
Come on, like, guys, somebody had to notice that Emiru walked out of Mizkif's room with a black eye, right? Like, that had to have come up. Somebody had, because I see everyone's like, well, OTK has not really been somebody has to see if she's like walking out of his room with a black eye, right?
I feel like that was kind of the start of him
Somebody had to see that.
testing my boundaries, if that makes sense.
No, Miz and Emiru were the only two who lived there. There's no way that these two people were in a streamer household alone, right? She wears a lot of makeup, sure, but like, I'm pretty sure, I don't know. I'm not a makeup advocate. Like, I don't know what's happening with makeup, obviously, dude. Can you really hide the entire black eye with makeup? And is that really something that people are going to do for an entire week or two?
So that was already kind of starting to show signs
Bro said catch.
within the first 6 months of me and him
Dude,
being
it's just his quirky, iconic catchphrase of throwing his iPhone at your head.
close. And then, again, a very public situation. The end of...
Oh yeah, I'm not forgetting. This is on stream. She's a streamer, so there's fucking video footage of when this supposedly happened. So yeah, I guess she probably did cover it up pretty well.
Of 2022, cover-up allegations happened. I mean, yeah, like I said, all that's public. You can find all that, see like what I said during that, everything. After that happened, his behavior started getting a lot worse, which, I mean, I suppose it makes sense. You know, he was very stressed. A lot of stuff was happening, but the bad behavior was ramping up. And
dude, I can't believe it. Welcome back, Gabby Hanna. Dude, the cell phone incident has returned. Rice Gum and Gabby Hanna have been reborn in the eyes of new drama viewers.
I feel like it's so apparent if, like, you know, you go back and watch anything from that time. I tried so hard to help him and be there for him because I really believed in him and I wanted him to, you know, get better and get back on his feet and be the person that, you know, I always believed that he was. But that, unfortunately, did not really happen. For a long time, I think about a year and a half from when that all happened, it was kind of like slow things getting worse. But, I mean, honestly, I'm not even gonna bother going into the details of all of that because there's just too much to cover.
So a year and a half, we're now placing ourselves firmly
honestly,
in 2023? Yeah, they move in together in 2021, late, probably like November, December, October, maybe, I don't know. And then they end up dating in January. So a year and a half post that puts us in 2022.
Kind of not really relevant to the rest of what I'm saying because the rest of what I want to say is a lot worse. There was a point where things really took a turn for the worst. Like, it felt like, you know, like a very delicate branch just kind of snapped. So, and again, a lot of people are like vaguely aware of this, but I'll explain it for people who aren't,
perfect.
you know, chronically
That's me.
tapped into all that stuff. So for a long time after the like cover-up allegations happened and he was like starting to kind of struggle on his stream, he never wanted to stream at the same time as me. Like, we really avoided it. And to me at the time, it made sense because, you know, I was like, well, of course, like, you know, we share a lot of community members
This guy's like the Tommy C. Dead on Dave pipeline, where it's like, you listen, guys, all right?
Makes sense.
We've got our time slots.
Because, I was like, well, of course. Like,
You know, commentary used to work like that, right? Where everyone had like fucking time slots and shit. Yeah, I don't care about that. I'll stream whenever.
we share a lot of
Guys, don't be afraid to like stream over other people.
members. If we're live at separate times, we're both going to perform better. It makes sense. But,
What are the cover-up allegations? Okay, so you're thinking makeup, I imagine. The cover-up allegations are that they covered up, what was it, like a sexual assault against Adriana Lee? Like, this is like the Mizkif stuff, the leaked phone call, the train wrecks conversation. This is like a huge 2022-esque drama.
yeah, we were never really
I mean, we could do a fucking retrospective stream this week on that. I'd be happy to. Because I don't remember all of it either, and I missed a lot of it because I was at a wedding when the main shit was happening.
live doing the same thing at the same time for a long time, with the exception of, like, things like events or sponsors.
I think that's kind of what she's also getting into here.
Or, like, just special things.
Yeah, it's so old that Augie covered it.
For a very long time, and
Was that drama legit? Okay, so there has been new developments on it. I haven't really seen any of it. I'm not confident in saying that every single take I gave on like an Augie RFC stream in 2022 is still accurate to this day. I would have to look back at it and kind of reassess it in current day, despite the fact that like Mizkif is constantly in drama. People have said that he was right or wrong in certain areas, and obviously the veil of hindsight affects that. So yeah, I would be interested in looking at it again. I probably wouldn't say for a matter of fact that he's innocent or guilty, because I don't remember enough to kind of shoot from the hip on that.
a lot of you guys probably noticed that I would only usually stream on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. That was because of him. And now I stream whenever I want, but
Based.
the first time that we ever streamed at the same time,
Nick just started insulting
Was-
me viciously on Twitter.
Twitch has suffered its own Havery Weinstein scandal.
Havery.
Everyone in the Poggers community knew and kept quiet until the TwitchCon drama dropped so they can avoid people digging into
You know what's
Twitch's
fucking
quote-unquote
crazy?
gross negligence.
You're saying that, right? Dude, this just happened. Wait, let me read that again. Everyone in the Poggers community kept quiet until the drama happened so they could avoid people digging into Twitch's quote-unquote gross negligence. This is the same as the last Mizkif drama. That's exactly what they said last time this guy got into drama, dude. It's the same thing. You can't even say, oh, we didn't know. It's like, it's the same guy. It was happening concurrently. I'm sorry.
is for the 2024 Rust Kingdoms event on Twitch. We were sharing drops, so it was
And people, by the way, do that, right? Like these communities do have that happen. The Minecraft community has had their moment. The Smash community has had their moment. YouTubers have been having their moment forever. Twitch streamers have been having quite a few moments themselves. Like, there are these time frames, I think, especially during COVID, this was happening a lot, where a ton of people just get outed for absolutely horrendous crimes one after another. I don't think it's ever been put to paper as hard as the Smash one, though, when there was a list, and I think a lot of those have come back, but it was still like jarring to see 200 content creators on a list of like those who are accused of sexual crimes and misconduct placed next to each other.
It was the first time in a very long time that we were both going to be live at the same time doing the same thing, basically. I know you're probably like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? But it'll make sense in a bit. So I'm live, he's live, we're both streaming, and
Nicholas, the goat.
Okay, that's not a good donation sound to play during that part. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry.
like I said, you can go find all of this. This is public. There are clips of this. We're both streaming the Rust event, and I thought it was
The
going
Rust
really well.
event?
I thought everyone was having fun.
This is gonna be the least toxic Rust event moment.
I was like, oh, this is great. Everyone's, doing the same thing at the same time. We're all hanging out. We're gonna have fun. Like, I was really, really excited. And then I start seeing in my chat people start saying unofficial Ms. Raid, and I'm like, what does that mean? And then I check my Discord messages, and he's messaging me. He's saying like, Emmy, I'm gonna myself.
There's no way. Wait, are there DMs of this? This
waited, or I'm gonna KMS. I waited so long for this, etc. And basically he was upset because I had higher viewership than him.
Chat, tell me right now, is there fucking evidence of this? Did he deny this? Did he actually fucking end stream angrily and text his girlfriend that he's going to kill himself because his girlfriend was beating him in viewership on stream? There's no fucking way, dude. That is the most fucking childish shit I have ever. No fucking way, bro. Do not tell me. Stop telling me there is, dude. Oh god, that is a perfect 0.1 to lead on. That's insane.
Him.
She brings receipts. I can't wait, dude. That's insane.
It's literally.
That's amazing. Pull the clip. There's a clip, please. All right, Smaggle. Smaggle. I need that. Smaggle, I need the clip, please.
I had higher viewership than him.
He got caught in 4K? Oh, that's ridiculous. No fucking way, dude. Dude, this is like a microcosm. This is like Liam Donovan shit. Like Nicholas DeOrio has fired up his stream. Liam Donovan has raided into Nicholas DeOrio.
And like I said, this is during an event, so there were drops. Like everyone knows when there's drops, like it's not even fucking real, but...
Oh my god.
Yeah, he starts messaging me, he's really upset.
If it's on LSF, I might actually have it, but...
I tried to tell him, I was like, bro, you should come back and play. Everyone's having fun. Everyone's like wondering where you are. But yeah, he ended his stream.
Mizkif rages over Emiru's stream viewership. Please, please. Wait, he's in a costume. No! Dude, imagine if Kai Cenat did this shit when I show speed. This guy's dressed up like a fucking loser. He's got a fucking boy, dude. He's got the Elon Musk flamethrower.
Today is the Rust server. Chat, I'm excited. We got some stuff, dude. We're gonna start.
Dude, he's dressed like a fucking
Talking to
Roblox.
people again. We're gonna hang out a little bit.
Got raw pork.
Oh fuck!
Who the fuck added? This is insane.
Fucking take it.
Would you like some raw pork?
Yeah, I'll fucking take raw pork.
And it's got like the updated times. Oh my god.
Hell yeah.
Enjoy.
So I thought, why?
Uh-oh! Ping, it's updated. Now, Mizkif has 22,000 people. And uh-oh, Emiru, she's catching up with 19,500 concurrent viewers. Holy shit!
I can pay rent in your house.
Okay, let's do it. Yep. Oh, wait, check this out. Come here.
Ooh.
Guys, this is the least toxic clip of Rust.
Not
Like,
bad,
that's
huh?
The house?
Uh-oh! Oh, shit! Oh, shit! The viewers swapped! Does anybody have the Keemstar Rust clip?
Wait, our houses literally look exactly the same.
Yep.
Oh, God, dude. Oh, look! Dude, he's not even smiling! Oh, no, bro. Oh, no!
Hello?
Yeah.
Dude, this is literally, hold on, can I get a picture of this guy? You know what his face tells me in this clip? In this clip right here? There's an iconic moment here. Look at his face. You know what it tells me?
So, yeah, I'm not happy. Who would be happy? Like, seriously, that dude's a fucking
Happy.
Like, I hope somebody gets his IP,
Love.
him,
Happy.
fucks his mother in front of his face. Like, I literally hope that his fucking house
Love.
and everybody in his family tree
Love.
dies and he can't reproduce.
Stop it!
Fuck that kid. I wish the absolute worst for him. I hope he catches.
Love.
No!
I hope he dies in a fire. I hope his house literally just
Barnacle.
and he burns
Happy.
alive,
the goat.
all right?
Thank you for
You're
the
not a good
$5,
person.
my man.
It's not funny. You're a fucking asshole. It's fucked up. You're recording this. Go ahead, record it. I literally want that dude's person.
Care system.
All right, Future Nick,
Can I say
please
something to
remove
you,
the
Nick?
F slur.
I really like
Thank you.
Why?
I want to see Emmy. I can't believe you guys made separate houses.
Biggest sweats, you retards.
come after you guys.
They're the biggest sweats.
Stop them early.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it, dude. We'll join the resistance.
Oh my god, dude. How many valid crash outs could happen? Someone said buy stream and our viewership increased.
You're spelling it wrong. Yeah, my bad.
Nick just started
Future Nick,
insulting me
please add
viciously
the
on
slur.
Twitter.
Spoiler, Future Nick won't. No, that would affect monetization. I will remember that. Dude, look at this, bro. Look at his face.
No, I hardly slept last night.
Alinity rated. Oh, no.
No, I hardly slept last night.
Dude, he even took off his stupid
That's why I'm
hat.
tired today. Because I'm honestly fucking tired, chat. I'll be honest. No, I hardly slept last night.
Bro, you know that Maulers is kind of secretly Twitch coded? Because he'll always send me like this emoji. He'll send me like the laughing pogger.
That's why I seem tired today. Because I wanted to.
Mauler's the only one I know who sends me the
Fucking
pogger.
tired, chat. I'll be honest. I'm pretty tired. I'm just tired. Alright, chat. I'll see you guys later. I will see you guys.
How long was this stream supposed to be that he raged?
Probably tonight,
rage quit?
if not tomorrow.
Wait, I'll see you guys tonight? He's gonna fire up a second stream?
I just need a nap. I'm fucking zooted out of my mind.
What is
Now, she obviously got 30,000 viewership. Probably like a great moment for her.
unofficial Mizraid mean?
Guys,
Oh, he did?
Listen, why are we all acting
Wait, is that him walking in the background?
like we haven't murdered?
Oh, shit!
Like we haven't pillaged. Like we haven't had to do what we had to do
Like 12 hours?
to make it here where we she had a one-hit advantage. She was coming after me.
Yeah, this kind of just ruined her moment.
I had to attack.
You literally just kind of stomped on her like while she's having a fucking...
The fuck is this?
What are you? Was that a test?
Dude, look at POV Mizkif on the floor.
You said
Well,
Banging the door slam.
well, I have some cloth in my house.
Oh, that's another one, yeah.
Let me check my body real quick. Did anyone loot me?
Dude, the song makes it so much better. Wait, listen to this.
Let me check my body real quick. Did anyone loot me?
Yeah. Go to the right.
Dude, can you feel my heart is playing the fucking Sigma Male song and Mizkif is just fucking slamming the doors and bashing the walls.
Restroom real quick.
Meta?
There you go. Yeah, she's trapped now.
Bonnie, look what I did.
Sick. Okay, sick. Okay, I'm stuck in here. Okay.
Oh, so she's going to now check on her boyfriend.
I'm gonna make some steps.
It's making her act nervous. Bro, yeah, dude, so I don't want to like shit on you, but like you can tell it's making her nervous. Yeah, I'd be shitting my pants if I'm trying to stream and I have 30,000 people watching me and I can audibly hear like my camera shakes a little when my fucking partner is slamming the door. Yeah, that would make me a little uncomfortable too. Especially now knowing if we have messages to back this up that he's messaging like I'm gonna fucking kill myself. I can't fucking believe this.
Hello, sorry. It's like 20 minutes.
I thought LSF just censored the post while we were here. I got nervous. I thought, dude, LSF has removed this. I'm gonna have to repost it as man rages over woman Rust stream viewership. Then you don't know if you're gonna get like, you don't know if you're gonna be getting a clip of Mizkif and Emiru, or you're gonna be getting a clip of, who the fuck is the, oh my god, I forgot his name.
Hello. Avaragi.
That could be like a 50 different streamers. Nobody can guess.
Thanks for the sub. But alright, yeah, I'm gonna log out for.
It wasn't a legit doggy door between the rooms. He broke the drywall. I feel like I'm getting a spoiler.
Now, but I'll probably come back later. And if not today then.
I was thinking Synthetic Man. Dude, man rages over woman's Rust stream viewership. That's either Mizkif or it's Synthetic Man. You just don't know which. Alright, that's the context wagon. Let's get back to the clip.
And then I'm still live, you know, trying to act like nothing's wrong. And in that house, I had a glass door so I could like see this was happening. He was walking behind me, making sure that I knew he was there. And by the way, so there were many ways out of that house if he wanted to leave the house that were closer to his stream room. He intentionally chose the door that was right by my room.
Yeah. Well, he's also sending you messages, right? Like if we have the messages, I'm assuming by the conversation from like the thing she said previously that we're gonna get those messages, and my chat's telling me we're gonna get them. So let's operate under me having those right now. If he's messaging you and then walking behind you, I think it's reasonable to assume he is doing that to get your attention.
I feel like that's pretty apparent, at least.
This is punishment for your continued success.
Me. He starts walking behind my stream and slamming the door so loud that my noise gate can pick it up, so even people on my stream are able to hear this is happening. And he slams it so hard and so many times that the front door literally broke. The lock did not work anymore. It didn't work for months, and it would just make this horrible sound that I would have to hear.
Could you imagine that you left a location because your stalker has become too much of a problem? So you move in with your boyfriend, who then breaks the door, like the locking mechanism on the door to your home. I mean, that's just kind of, that's like symbolic of the situation, I would say.
Or like every fucking day. But anyway, so I hear him back there doing this and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I tell my stream, I'm like, hey, guys, I'll be right back. I get up and
I'm not even saying it from like an abuse perspective. Like, oh, I finally have the safety of living with somebody else, and now we're in a new location making a go of it. It's like my front door or my door does not lock anymore. I am not even safe in my own home.
Go talk to him, and I'm like, hey, what's going on? And he's like, Emmy, like...
Over viewer numbers? How pathetic.
I hate all you guys. Like, all you guys do is just...
Well, when it comes to, like, spousal abuse, my knowledge of the situation is it's, like, oftentimes the arguments are over very trivial things that, like, really shouldn't be getting to this point, or nothing really should be getting to the point of spousal abuse, but you know what I mean, right? It's over small things that, like, these types of outbursts come from. I'm not really surprised is what I'm trying to say. Over Rust? Okay, well, maybe it isn't. All right, maybe it is a big thing then, right? If this was over League of Legends, I think people would be a bit more... Why the fuck were you in bot lane?
Me, and, like, I'm just done. Like, I'm just done. And I was like, is this, like, really happening because of rush drops? And he was like, I don't know what else to do. He was, like, going off on me, like, basically saying that he hated me. And I was like, well, I don't know what to do now. And he was like, go finish your stream so that people don't know anything's wrong. And, I stop in the bathroom outside my stream room and I'm like, you know, checking my makeup, trying to make sure people can't tell that I was like crying. And I'm only in there for like 30 seconds and he comes and like looms in the doorway. He's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, oh, I'm just checking my makeup. So I go back and I stream for a couple hours, finish the stream, do my best to just like, you know, carry on.
And obviously I imagine there's tons of contrasting pieces of footage for that have been circulating, probably.
The show, basically. And yeah, after that, like I said, was when things started to get really fucking bad. It was like something just snapped.
Oh, that's the drop-off point?
Rest of the week,
I assumed the drop-off point was like prior. Like that's the shark we're now jumping
streamed
at.
The Rust event. He got all the drop viewers. I'm sure he was very happy. I mean, good for him. And during that time, I obviously was like thinking and processing a lot of what happened. But I mean, it was a lot because this person was at the time like kind of it was like my partner and my best friend and like the only person that like...
So in terms of like, this is something in terms of credibility, one has to really invoke the question of like, if Emiru was going to lie for financial gain to terminate Mizkif, why would she not have done it in 2022? That was what was in my head. I guess that was kind of playing in my head because obviously we're looking at this in all angles and all sides and stuff. And I find it interesting if you're going that route, if that's your position. How do you kind of deal with the fact that the opportunity, like you don't know if you're going to get a second chance at this. Why would you swing at Mizkif in 2025, right when he's starting his kind of redemption arc, when he's kind of pushing back? Like last week we covered a clip and Ludwig is getting bitched at by Mizkif because he's not like, I don't forgive Ludwig's apology, right? Why do that then, like now? Why take this shot now instead of doing it when it would have been an easier pile on at the time while it was happening?
I really talked to ever.
He's on a downward spiral. He's not. Maybe he is now. He was not on a downward spiral like a week ago. He was at rock bottom probably 2 years ago, and he's been steadily climbing up. It's not like he's reached... I legitimately do think if he had made it to 2026, they would have begun a redemption arc for him. Because it had been so long, and he'd been saying, I've been changing, I've been doing a lot of stuff. So that's something that's kind of been in the back of my head. I thought I'd articulate that.
Or like at least off stream.
He will be now, yeah, obviously.
So, I mean, it was just it was a lot. But the very next stream, I went live about a week after that, and I announced that I was planning to move, because I knew that I would have to move. So I was like, okay, I have to go live and say this so that, you know, kind of force myself to commit to it. Right? Does that make sense?
Sure.
Obviously, I, didn't move out right away, but after, like, all of that Rust stuff happened was when the other, domestic abuse stuff really started. He would, destroy furniture in front of me. He would throw things in front of me and near me. Destroy walls. Again, you can go see this in some of his VODs.
The wall thing is, like... that's like a mark of a man-child. If you're punching through the wall, you've got like a severe thing. Like, you have not matured as an adult.
In his bedroom.
Also, what do you mean by destroying furniture? I forgot what drama we were looking at. Someone's like, he destroyed the couch, and it looked like a fucking animal ripped through it with their teeth.
The holes in the wall.
Yeah, actually, no, let me amend that. The wall thing is either a clear sign of immaturity or a soldier who's fighting through another bad game with horrible teammates in League of Legends.
There would be times where he was...
Sorry, I really got to establish
upset at me, and I would...
Sometimes they just match you with these horrible...
Go to my stream room and literally lock myself in to get away from him, and he would be banging on the door and screaming at me. And at the time, he also would more often do things like going...
Oh, is the Spencer couch thing? Yeah.
Like, if we were driving in the car together, he would be going, like, 150 miles an hour, and, like, one time he...
Okay, I understand this is a very serious situation, but it appears the New York Rangers have scored to cut the lead to 2-1. I apologize, we're gonna continue.
He would be going, like, 150 miles an hour, and, like, one time he even said, like, well, now we're both gonna die, like, threatening to kill both of us.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude!
This wasn't, like, even necessarily because of me, or, like...
It seems like that's, like, out of a movie.
What's the name of the guy? Keemstar Orbiter? Nick
Holy
Oreo.
shit,
Mr.
dude.
Oreo.
Because of something I did.
Dude, someone just spec that. That's 1.5 times faster than Marquez Brownlee was driving through his school zone.
This wasn't, like, even necessarily because of me, or, like, because of something I did a lot of the time. Like, one of the times that it happened, it was because we were just getting food, and he was on his phone, and he saw that Mr. Beast had put out a video.
No way.
And Mr. Beast had invited another streamer, and he was like, oh, Mr. Beast invited this guy to his video, not me. And I was like, oh, well, you know, like, huh, yeah, I guess so. Which led to him going 150 miles per hour in the car.
Dude, come on, bro. You gotta be kidding me. Oh my, dude, come on. Dear Mr. I'm too good to call for a collab. This will be the last DM I ever send your ass. Yeah, my girlfriend's in the trunk. I'm driving drunk on the freeway. Like, are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Dude, wait. So he's being accused of putting his girlfriend's fucking life in jeopardy because Mr. Beast didn't call him for a fucking collaborative effort. Dude.
Yeah, I guess so. Which led to him going 150 miles per hour in the car and talking about killing himself while doing it.
Holy shit, dude. This guy should stand out. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this. Why is he doing Isolation Day challenge for... Who the fuck is Jake Weddle? Why is that not me?
And then at home...
You! Jimmy!
Other things would happen, like I'd be trying to sleep and he would scream at me and say that it was all my fault that he felt insecure. There was a
Dude, and then Dogpack's writing somewhere, he's like, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I cannot believe that Mr. Beast almost killed Emiru.
Is this really lolly?
Dude, Dogpack's like, write this down. Mr. Beast almost murdered Emiru in cold blood.
time that I walked into a room that he was in, and as soon as he saw me there, he threw his phone at the dresser and started yelling because I had posted a YouTube video within the same couple of days as him.
Within the same what? Wait, couple of days? It's not even like you dropped at the same time, like a half-baked came out while I was live and fucked the viewership. You literally...
And mine was doing better.
Oh my god.
So basically, I felt like...
Nicholas the GOAT, thank you for the $5, my man.
Thank you very much.
I was kind of stuck in a loop where I felt like I had to constantly perform and, like, prove my...
You have to, like,
What's
actively...
the name of the guy, Keemstar Orbiter? Nick Oreo. Mr. Oreo.
It's like you're invested in this relationship, but you have to actively sabotage your own performance. And if you're doing too well, the insecure man baby is crying, is essentially what you're accusing him of.
I value to not be thrown away, but at the same time, if I ever performed too well, I was going to be punished for it.
That's
and,
insane.
It just felt like a very rough situation to be stuck in because, I mean, streaming's my hobby and my job. Like, it's a huge part of my life, even before.
And the crazy part is, like, Mizkif wasn't like, oh, I gotta get all the logs here so I can show everybody. He was just like, I'm going to respond to this tonight. That's crazy.
You know, I met him and became like a larger creator. And I remember thinking all the time how it felt like he hated me, but he still wanted me around for his channel and like his thumbnails and everything. And this is...
Oh my god. You're dating a Ludwig. It seemed like he hated me, but he still wanted me around. Emiru, I don't think he's gonna go to your funeral. Dude, it's the Ludwig Hassan Piker meme again, right? Like, as soon as I retire, I'm never hanging out with Emiru again. POV.
Still,
dude, you're literally dating a Ludwig. That's insane.
Before I moved out, there was a time where it was the...
Nicholas!
Thank you.
The GOAT. I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's like, literally the way, like, that's the vibe I got from what she just said. It feels like he doesn't even like me, but he needs me for content. That's literally what Ludwig said he was doing, or with all of his coworkers, for the most part.
The tension in the house was so unbearable that I would sneak out and I would sneak into Esfan's house using my code. And Esfan didn't know why I was doing this. He saw me a couple times. I'd be like, oh, I'm just gonna go take a nap in your guest room. He'd be like, yeah, that's fine. I would sneak into Esfan's house just to have some time of like peace and quiet. But eventually, he figured out where I was going, and he would go over to Esfan's house to keep telling me off.
All right, what the fuck? Because now you're like involving other people directly. Now, like, so you were having issues with your boyfriend, and you were trying to get away to a safe place. So now there's a third person middleman in here, which I imagine I can. I have an idea of how Mizkif probably interpreted that, right? I probably could fill in some blanks there of what he was probably thinking. But now this other person is seeing this happening, so I guess there have to be like multiple witnesses that start talking now, right?
And there was a time that he did it, and I was laying in the guest room bed, and one of the roommates in that house had come to see like why I was crying.
Okay, now there's another person.
And he came in, and he was very physically aggressive. He was like, Emmy, like, what are you doing? Like, angry. And then as soon as he turned and saw this other person standing there, he instantly...
Let me guess. He just got like, hey, what's going on? Oh, yeah, no, nothing. We're just hanging out.
Like, deflated. And changed his tone. He was like, oh... Emmy, I was wondering where you were. Like, are you coming home? And that roommate, like,
when will Mr. Beast respond?
Later asked me about it, and they were like, what the fuck was that? Like, are you okay? And I was just like, oh,
what's the name of the guy?
Thank you very much.
Orbiter, Nick DeOrio.
It's
Mr.
nothing,
Oreo.
because I felt like a lot of the reason that I didn't tell the people around me was because I felt like no one would understand, or even if they understood, it would just be a burden to them, because
But it sounds like to me that other people had enough to put together. I don't know. Dude, it's hard to kind of police this stuff that we weren't in the room for, right? That's an obnoxious thing. But if this is as prevalent as it is, I would expect at least some co-opting testimony here to help her now, right? Yeah, maybe you can't go back in time, but if this stuff is accurate, hopefully those people will come out and say, hey, I saw this.
Dreams and social circles and communities are so intertwined. I was like, maybe it's just better for me to deal with this and like hope things get better, basically. I honestly don't even remember what the final straw was that I finally was like, okay, it's time to go. Like, I prepared the house that I lived in before this one, like, pretty much immediately after the, like, breaking the front door thing happened, but I was still, like, scared and unsure. So I don't remember what the final straw was, but I remember the day I took Cheddar to the house, because he just randomly started, like, screaming at Cheddar.
Okay, I have to ask, I need a context wagon here. Is Cheddar a dog? is Cheddar a rabbit, or is Cheddar the guy from 8 Mile? Those are the only Cheddars that I mean, Cheddar is a cat. Fuck. Okay, I didn't expect that.
It was like, get that
Cheddar is a cat. Thank you.
fucking cat out of my house. So I just grabbed Cheddar and put him in my car and grabbed his litter box and took him there. And
I could have waited 3 more seconds to hear the litter box thing, but to be fair, all right, that guy shot himself in 8 Mile. Maybe he needed a litter box.
left him there and never took him back to that house. And then I think like within several days after that was when I finally moved out.
Dude, Cheddar is the last living relative of Shredder. Dude.
It was on
Stop!
very short notice.
Stop waving.
Like I said, I don't even remember what the final straw was because so many things happened, but there was a time when I just knew. I called some movers. I said, hey, can you come tomorrow? And they were like, yeah, and then I literally moved the next day. Moving out into the last house that I lived in was a huge step mentally because, like I said, a big part of why I moved into the
you were leaving one. You were out of the frying pan into the fire.
First house in Texas in the first place was because I felt like it was the safest option for me because, you know, I am a girl where it's like kind of scary for me to be living alone. So it was very hard, and at the time, even though like all these other things had already happened, I was very hopeful that me and him could be cordial and like eventually like things would be fine, at least publicly, like for stream reasons, that, you know, everyone could just keep streaming like nothing had happened. And, you know, at the time I thought that would be the best thing to do. And
then his career did not recover. Is that not the punchline? And then things did not get better for Mizkif's career.
I felt like if I, you know, separated myself from him without explaining anything, people that watched us wouldn't understand and would attack me. I was yeah, I mean, it ended up happening anyway. So, but yeah. After I moved out, we, like I said, still kept in contact. I had hope that somehow things would get better. He would always beg for me to come back, and he would promise therapy and change and like even talk to other people and like kind of present like, oh, I want to.
This is why I fucking hate therapy. And it's not actually therapy. It's this shit. Let me do one more time.
Like even talk to other people. He would.
Nick just started insulting.
I need to establish this. I always go on the same rant because you always hear it in stories like this. There's always a moment where that comes up. I want to establish this.
Always beg for me to come back, and he would promise therapy. And
dude, therapy is just a term. That's it. They're threatening therapy on you. Okay? I've seen this so many times in influencer dramas. It's a catch-all be-all phrase that means you have to forgive me right now. There are so many YouTubers who say they have gone to therapy, and I just don't even think they have, or if they did, they probably weren't fucking taking it seriously. Like, dude, like BoJack Horseman himself or whatever could say, I went to therapy, and then someone on Twitter would say, you have to give that guy another chance right now, right? Nobody ever questions it because you're an asshole if you question, what did you learn in therapy? Oh, you're going to ask him that, really? You're going to ask that guy that? There was some guy, I forgot who it was. He had like some fucking sexual assault allegation. He came back, he goes, I spent some time in the woods and I went to therapy. Please give me more money. It's like, dude, I'm sorry. Yeah, my problem isn't with the concept of therapy. It's the fact that influencers constantly they threaten to go to therapy so that we have to forgive them. Because there's no, we can't ask any follow-up questions, otherwise then we don't believe in therapy. I'll go to therapy. Like, don't threaten me with that.
And change and, like, even talk to other people and, like, kind of present, like, oh, I want to change. I want to be better for Emmy or whatever, you know? There was a short period in October where we had broken up because, I mean, honestly, it doesn't matter now. And when that happened, I honestly felt relieved because I was like, okay, finally, it's like on his terms. So that means he'll be satisfied and he'll be able to say it was his choice and he'll leave me alone. Because whenever I would try to push for it, it just felt like I couldn't like really sever it, if that makes sense.
So how old are these people here? I'm not really sure how old Emiru is now. I think what is she, like 25, 26? Like, are these like 21, 22-year-old kids, essentially?
Obviously, hence me doing.
That's like an important thing to point out, because it's like a lot of the answers is to like, hey, why are they still talking? Why are they not leaving this? Why are they doing this? Why are you enduring that? Why are you doing this? Then you find out these people are literally like 19, 20, 22, like stupid kids, right?
Stream that was not the end.
And that's not like an insult to either one, really. It's just like, oh, okay, because these people literally have absolutely no relationship, like, history at all whatsoever. They have literally no idea what they're doing. They have no idea how to navigate it. Miz is 30. All right, well.
A week after this breakup.
Nick is 30, calling people kids? Well, yeah, like a 21-year-old is fucking stupid. I was fucking stupid when I was a 21-year-old, yeah. I'm also not 30.
Asked
I'm please don't call me. I'm still 28. Please stop.
to come over to my house and talk for closure. He came to my house.
I haven't hit the wall yet.
And I was crying like crazy because the emotions were just very high, because I was dealing with a lot of major shifts in my life as a result of me attempting to start to try to distance myself from him. So yeah, we were just talking and I was crying a lot. He started to try to comfort me by hugging me while I was sitting on the couch and holding me really close to him.
So now wait, I'm sorry, I'm a little confused here from what she's saying. They're still together at this point, or they've broken up? Because if they're still together and it's like, I'm hugging you to comfort you, it's like, okay, sure. If they're broken up and they're hugging for comfort, that's...
When this was happening, we hadn't talked in quite a while, and I'm usually very uncomfortable.
No, they've broken up? Yeah, I don't know.
With being touched a lot by people that I'm not in a relationship with. But, I let him hold me while I was crying. And he started kissing me in my face.
Oh. Okay, so that's not...
And I let him do it. I was still sobbing a lot. And then, suddenly, he tried to climb on top of me and aggressively shoved his hand down my pants. And, I screamed.
Okay, yeah. So I'm assuming he's gonna deny that, right? Look, I don't know about you, but I don't usually see, like, crying women who are like, all right, this is that time. It's time to do that now. That's usually, like, crying is like universally assigned to like not shove your hand down someone's pants, just to be clear.
Yeah. And when I screamed, he jumped off me like a cat, like...
Why did you explain it like that? He jumped on all four legs.
And instead of apologizing or checking if I was okay, he said, I feel weird now. I feel like I did something wrong. I have to go. And he...
I feel like I did something wrong. Yeah.
He immediately left my house while I was still crying without checking if I was okay or anything. And at the time, I was still making excuses for him, and I was still afraid of causing trouble for other streamers around us, or like...
do not animate that.
You know, making things weird for viewers. I know that probably sounds crazy, but like, I just felt this pressure, like I had to try to keep things together, if that makes sense. I felt like I'd caused trouble for so many other people if I ever said anything bad about him, or if I caused rifts in our friend group or streamer group.
I just can't imagine, like, the mindset there. I need to hear what he says on this, because it's like, obviously that read is extremely impossible to sympathize with him in any capacity. You're in a situation where you're now broken up, you're hugging your ex-girlfriend who is crying in your arms, so you start kissing her, and in whatever defense or whatever, she's, like, allowing him to do it, right? So there's not any, like, she's not pulling away. But I just cannot, I cannot in a million years understand why you would then escalate this to sexual contact. Like, are they engaged sexually outside of this moment? That would be even crazier. Imagine they haven't been in sexual, like, contact for, like, a significant amount of time. And he's like, oh, good, she's crying. Now is the opportune time to jump for this one. I mean, this is just like, it seems pretty fucking bad.
I tried to stay on good terms with him
Allowing the comfort is not the overstep.
and hold everything in. And also, I still cared about him a lot.
While she's crying is insane. Yeah, again, like, crying is like the universal sign for like, please do not stick your hand down my pants.
And I still at that point had hope that things would get better.
Look at what he's already gotten away with. Don't put your mind in that headspace. That's bad. Yeah, okay, you could have like, I don't know, you could have issues with Mizkif prior to this, but there was nothing that Mizkif did that told me that if he's in a room with a girl who's crying, he's gonna shove his hand down her pants, you know? I understand that in content creation and stuff and covering drama and stuff, we find ourselves in these scenarios, right, where these people are deplorable pieces of shit. But you have to realize, for somebody to do something like that, it takes an escalation on what we've seen from Mizkif, in my opinion, right? There are people that I think are bad people, like people lie on social media, but do I think that they would get their crying girlfriend in a position to shove their hand down their pants? Not necessarily, no. I wouldn't just assume that based off of other previous scenarios.
And that, you know, he would improve.
I think you have to try to look at these things as objectively as possible.
And he'd also always
crying is like a pretty solid safe word. I think most people understand
hammer
that
into
one.
me how he never physically abused me because
he didn't deny it. Don't misconstrue or misunderstand what I'm saying as a defense of Mizkif. I'm saying that you shouldn't just have assumed, because again, I'm watching this, I haven't seen Mizkif's statement. So I'm going off of what she says right here, right? And I'm trying to navigate that. What I'm not going off of is every Mizkif story I've ever covered, because I think for the vast majority of it, all of them are quite literally irrelevant to what she has just presented, right? So yeah, maybe he's confirmed it, maybe he's denied it. That's obviously not the information that we're moving from at this point of the stream, right? But I'm also not consulting my opinion of Mizkif from 2022 in the Adriana Lee situation to see if he would potentially sexually assault his girlfriend or be exposed for that right now. I don't know if that stuff is inherently like relevant to this.
he never hit me.
Yeah.
And he would coach me.
I don't think that, and I'm sorry. Hey, listen, I'm not trying to call you individual chatter out. I would name you or whatever. I just want that to be like understood for the record.
And tell me to tell people or other streamers who are asking about it because they were concerned. He would say, tell them that I never hit you. Make sure that they know that I never hit you.
All right. Is he going to deny that? Tell them I've never hit you. Please make sure they know I never beat you. That's like okay. I know I've fucked up. I'm horrified of like that's insane.
Around the same time, this was during OnlyFans 2, so I guess like
OnlyFans is no way. Wait, is OnlyFans this? Dude, Pirate Software is back on the menu.
December-ish. He would often message me in the middle of my streams and berate me for things like playing the same class as him in WoW because he thought it would make people think that I was better than him.
Are you fucking kidding me? You're playing the same class as me. They're gonna, dude.
And again, like I said earlier,
they're gonna know you're better at the game. You're not allowed to be better at the game.
I felt like I was stuck in a constant loop where I had to perform well to not be thrown
away.
The
masculine energy of being better at WoW than your ex-girlfriend.
But if I performed too well, I was gonna be punished. And
do not give Mizkif, listen, buddy. I think that you, based off of what we've seen so far, you need a background check before you can go into like the hardware store and purchase any bricks, okay? I think that you need to have a background check performed on you before you can go to Home Depot and purchase any bricks.
I actually wanted to show some of those messages.
So I have these separately, but
because obviously a lot of these things, yeah, I'm not gonna.
Nick, I also think you should consider credibility in general. Mizkif has been caught lying so many times that you can't give him the benefit of the doubt. Well, you can. Maybe you shouldn't, but I feel like I kind of have to. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. So the way you're talking, apparently this response is so bad, there's absolutely no way to defend him. So I'm going to look at this here and we'll see where we go from that. But no, I'm really trying not to hinge my entire argument on what I think of Mizkif years ago. I'm really trying to look at this scenario by itself.
I'm gonna fully read these out because I honestly just don't want to read them out, but I feel like I want to show
I'm gonna bash your fucking head in with a Poland spring.
them to like...
Dude, the POV Mizkif. You just keep fucking doing it. You keep fucking doing it, mate.
Kind of show what I'm saying.
Okay, this is the first message we're seeing here. Let's read it out while it's there. But how do I know it's not just someone who doesn't follow me? Yeah, I'm still waiting to be the DPS, but for dungeons, I have to tank, yeah. You really don't, like, you really don't. How can I not tank in dungeons? You straight up don't have to because, well, you're a DPS. My group didn't have other warriors. Yeah, I know where this is going. I'm not dealing with it. I asked for a boundary and it's been crossed. You don't know boundaries. Dude, wait, what? Okay, I don't play a lot of WoW, but holy fuck, dude. Wait, why are we... Dude, my boundary is inside the land of fucking World of Warcraft, dude. People are like, you need to set some more boundaries over your personal space. His boundaries extend to the fucking... the fantasy worlds of Mordor. How can I not tank as a warrior in dungeons? Well, because you're not a tank. When I said I don't want to be tank, I meant that I don't want to tank in a raid, which is still true, because I don't know what I'm doing. You do not need to tank in dungeons. So I just, now I'm going to get so much shit for this nonstop. Don't you ever pull aggro? Emmy's better, Emmy this, I can't have anything, Emmy. Dude, oh my god, that's so pathetic, bro. That's so fucking pathetic. Why are you fucking insecure about your girlfriend being good at World of Warcraft? You fucking loser. Holy shit, dude. This is so embarrassing. Oh my god, thank you. What else we got?
And I am planning to probably post the VOD of this somewhere, so...
Emmy is better. Emmy this. I can't have nothing, Emmy. You just tank. I don't understand. What do you want me to do? Not tank. It's just that simple. What does that mean? You're already playing the warrior when I told you that we're gonna get compared. Don't pull. I'm gonna pull aggro because I'm a warrior. No, you're not. Another warrior can tank.
You know.
What a fucking dude. This is actually probably the worst DMs. We've read some horrific DMs on this fucking on this channel. I mean, Mr. T Lexify and his ex-girlfriend were really bad. This is like, it's not that level, but like this is not. Dude, this is literal total ego death. This is like TED outrage.
Fine, I guess.
Over fucking World of Warcraft, dude. I didn't have another warrior in any of the groups today, and no warriors wanted to join. Girl with 27,000 can't find a warrior. You can't every time. You just don't want to. You just want to tank. I know what you're doing right now, and I'm not dealing with it. There were no warriors asking to join. Why is it bad for me to pull in the dungeons? Because now I'm going to get compared to you nonstop because, well, people are just going to say that you're better because I told you to do this when you first told me that you wanted to play warrior, and it's already happening, and you don't just... And you just don't care about this stuff ever. There's like no boundaries with you. Dude, his boundary is that the chat needs to know that he's the cool boyfriend or the cool man. And she's the girl gamer who needs to be brought around by the cool, masculine World of Warcraft man.
And again, this was all happening while I was live. You can literally go find the stream and see me,
Dude. Don't dude me, I asked for one thing with you. Don't be a tank, and now you're tanking. What can I do? What the fuck am I supposed to do? Well, you should probably not tank. Yeah, I mean, there it is. I'm playing the game. Tank, Emmy, do it. Let me handle all the hate.
Insulting me
dude, all the hate that's gonna come after me right now.
Help me.
I'm in tremendous pain. I'm in tremendous pain. Help me, Jimmy's mom. My girlfriend's good at World of Warcraft.
Trying to deal with this while I'm live in the middle of a dungeon. trying to just play the fucking game.
Oh no! Tag Emmy, do it! Let me handle all the hate! The criticism! That you're worse than Emmy, and Emmy's so much better! The people saying that you're better in every chat, the comparisons, since nobody will be on my side! Let me deal with it! You have your fun! I asked you not to be the tank, and you didn't listen! And now it's the classic, what was I supposed to do? And I'm not dealing with this! And then dash dash P dash 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 dash, get it off the screen.
I just saw Keffel's tweet on Nicholas DeOrio.
Oh my god, this is amazing. This is fucking amazing. This is so funny. Alright, that one we already saw. Mrs. Whack. I mean, this is... Unironically, I'm gonna be a fucking shot in the dark here. If everything else is said is completely false, this should absolutely blow up. This should absolutely blow up your career. If you literally can't handle a girl being better than you at video games, fuck off, dude. Actually, fuck you. That is legitimately pathetic behavior.
Is DarkVibe AU a virgin? No, I am not. Why would so many people
just be proud that you got a girlfriend who's good at video games? Dude, I mean, how many people out there would love for their girlfriends to be able to play games with them?
Do it. Let me handle all the hate.
To be interested enough to spend time in fucking World of Warcraft.
Criticism that you're worse than Emmys. The Emmy is so much better. The people saying you're better in every chat. The comparisons is nobody will ever be on my side.
It's just insane watching her read this.
Let me deal with it. You have fun. I asked you not
to- Dude, there's gonna be LSF threads of people making fun of me because my girlfriend tanked in a dungeon.
Become a tank. You didn't listen. And now
how he did not know how his life would... Wait, this is in 2024. This is recent. This is within the last calendar year. I assume this was like when they first started dating. What the fuck?
Classic, what was I supposed to do?
Dude, the guy who was getting called like a sexual abuse defender was worried that his girlfriend is gonna have an LSF thread about how she's a better gamer than him. The guy's in like a legal battle with Adriana Lee and he's more worried about his fucking gamer skills getting checked by... Really?
I'm not dealing with this. And
this is after dating too, yeah.
Like, you can...
I assume this was like when they were dating early on.
Like I said, you can go find the stream. But for context... I was playing Warrior and...
This is a 30-year-old man getting mad that his ex-girlfriend, rather, was better at video games.
World of Warcraft and like...
Dude, maybe just don't play with her. Unfortunately, maybe you had to because of those pesky view numbers being down and your career not recovering. And, you know, again, how many people willingly wanted to collaborate with Mizkif during this time frame? You got to think about it like that. How many people were willing to spend time and play video games with Mizkif in 2024? I imagine it's probably not a lot. This is like somebody doing a favor for me. I imagine Emmy probably didn't want his chat or her chat saying, oh, why are you hanging out with Mizkif, like the rape defender or something, or what people would say about him constantly, right? I'm sure she was tanking some shit for even associating with him at this point.
A level 24 dungeon. It was like Silverpine. Like, it was just like, it wasn't even like, it was like dog shit gameplay, I'm gonna be honest. Like, so, yeah.
He did not play with her, he played at the same time as her?
Yeah.
I assume they were doing the dungeons together. Is dungeon not a group activity?
Yeah.
I mean, that's fucking crazy. He told her no tanking.
Yeah.
Dude, so she's not even in the game with him? They're not even in a guild or something? And he's like, you need to stop tanking.
Can, read that later, I suppose, if,
So he's now getting mad. I'm sorry, this is actually way more cringe than I thought. I was giving way too much benefit of the doubt. So wait, they're not playing together, they're not dating. He's reaching out to his ex-girlfriend because they are streaming in similar time slots? And she's playing better than him. If this guy breeds, it'll be a disservice. The guild is only Fangs. They were in the same guild, different group.
I was constantly trying so hard to compromise with him because I wanted to...
I think that, like, sperm donation locations around the country, and he'll probably have to use them for money at some point. They should deny entry to that guy. I don't think that his swimmers should make it into any embryos. The bloodline needs to end right here. This is actually some of the most embarrassing shit I've ever seen.
I wanted to be cool, and I wanted us to be able to coexist in the same streaming sphere. But I felt like I could never win, and he hated my whole existence. Like, ever.
I mean, this is more charity than I've ever seen in fucking... associating with Mizkif in 2024 is probably a bigger charity endeavor than Team C's.
Since that one stream where...
Thank you. I think it's gonna go beep boop.
What's the name of the guy? Keemstar Orbiter. Nick Oreo. Mr. Oreo.
I introduced my wife who only really plays Skyrim to Helldivers 2. She loves it and now is better than me. I can't even fathom having any feeling but pride that my wife enjoys a game I love and ha surpassed the teacher.
Now, I don't understand, why is that your position when you could easily just punch the wall? You know? Look, I have pride for my wife who has surpassed me in video games. Well, why don't you channel your inner Seto Kaiba and demand that you constantly battle her over and over and over again until you can reclaim what is rightfully yours. Your reputation that you have built for years, okay? No one will understand it like you.
I had like a little bit more viewers than him. And he would say that it was my fault that
I can't lose at my own tournament, Yugi!
his stream was dying. Because most of his viewers liked me, and whenever he hit on another girl,
Nick
they would be
just started
confused or not
insulting me
take it
viciously on
seriously
Twitter.
because they knew that
Dude,
the
Mizkif-
same WoW server that pirate software freaked into?
Dude, Mizkif walks in the room and goes, oh, look at that. 30,000 viewers. Why is there no hole in this wall? Oh, hi, Emmy. Why is there no hole in this wall?
and him were together privately. And he said if he would be able to hit on other girls and convince them that it was real, he would get his career back. That was
This is what we need to do. We need to do this, yes.
I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio.
I need more e-girls. Dude, it's like a vampire sucking the cloud out of the e-girls.
get his career back. That was like started within the last couple of weeks that we spoke to each other. He started saying
I just saw
terrible
Keffel's
things to me
tweet.
about other streamers in Austin.
Nicholas DeOrio.
In particular,
appreciated the shout
one
out.
specific streamer who I know there's a lot of people that know he has beef with certain streamers. It was not one of those
Nick
streamers.
just started insulting me viciously
Thank you.
on Twitter.
It was someone who, to this day, has been nothing but nice to him. He would say horrible things about this person, like about them in their stream, and it was very hard to listen to. And just in general, he would say horrible things about other streamers in Austin, like, I quote, "I hate everyone here. You are all useless to me. You're worthless to me because it does nothing for my stream anymore to collab with any of you."
Wait, is that unironically, it sounds like Ludwig. That's Ludwig just 1 week. If Ludwig gets another week's worth of hate, it might literally become Ludwig.
And him saying that was the
Can I say
final
something to you, Nick? I really like you.
If it's not Ludwig yet, it will be Ludwig after this drama. Didn't Ludwig just apologize to Mizkif like 3 days ago?
straw for me.
To try to like deflect from the Hassan stuff?
You claim to care about rape, and you're hyping up a dude who has a segment on a show
Okay,
called
that's like a
Ultimate Rape
lethal...
Review.
Alright, we're gonna be banning...
Thank goodness these two never got into Battlefield 6. God,
Dude,
Blue
oh
Boy
my
the
god,
Rage
we're
would win
banning
Renaissance.
$35 donations today. I don't think I can... That one cannot...
I recommend
That
watching
can't happen.
Nicholas DeOrio's latest video.
I wasn't prepared for that.
And him saying that was the final straw for me. The day that he said that to me about other people was the first day that I ever, for the first time, started to ignore his calls and messages. And because of that, he even threatened to come to my house if I didn't answer. But I did end up calling him back, and I spoke to him, and I basically told him that I felt like I could finally see things for what they were.
Mm-hmm.
And he started panicking, and he was super apologetic, and he was saying he didn't want to lose me.
Wait. Okay, I'm losing some time here.
What's the name of the guy?
Thank you.
Keemstar Orbiter.
He didn't want to
Nick
lose
Oreo.
you. My
Mr.
assumption is that we're
Oreo.
talking about recent, right?
Correction, Nick Jellywig.
She's talking about current day, right? With Lose Me, they're way broken up at this point.
Wasn't the first time that he like did something like that. And was
Yeah, like Love Bomb is the first thing that I would hear, but aren't we talking about like recent?
like, you know, basically begging me not to leave.
Usually when we cover these types of stories, it's the person couldn't get away, and obviously abuse happens and stuff, and abusive relationships are constantly a back and forth of like, oh, I love this person, things were good at one point, or potentially I see the good that could have become in this relationship, and I'm in love with this person, so I don't want to leave. And they miss the obvious things, like this person is like
about rape, and you're hyping up a dude
like a fucking monster, right?
Ultimate Rape Review.
Lowercase bang.
Like a lot of these people find it difficult to leave these relationships for one reason or another. It's extremely common, right? Because they tunnel vision out. They're like, oh, I love this person, blah, blah, blah.
I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio's latest video.
In this case, though, she seemingly got out of this, but then was like interacting because of this shared community. The fact that like Ludwig, even though he was a disgraced creator, was still kind of still around. I can understand why this would be fucking obnoxious if what she's saying is completely accurate, because now like you're forced to be in this social circle with this person, and even if you don't choose to be like doing content or around them at any given moment, because of like the nature of what Twitch is and because you guys collaborated in the past, you're just permanently associated with that person. So when that person does stuff, your chat tells you about it, and your chat isn't knowledgeable on all this information. So it is kind of difficult. Like you can still get out of a relationship, but if you're a streamer, you can't really escape the interactions.
That was definitely the most extreme time. And again, like I said, I always had the hope that things would be cordial, or that, you know, we could be fine with each other. So I agreed, and we agreed we were going to talk about all of that.
Again, this is why streamers dating is always a fucking shit show, right? Because like people don't like comparing it to this, but imagine you're dating someone from your job. People do this all the time, but there's like a reason why it's frowned upon in several, and like, you know, like a significant portion of like the workforce, right? Because it's extremely awkward that you are now coworkers with somebody who is your ex, right? That's a huge pain in the ass. But with streaming, you never leave the office. You're permanently in the office. And like the amount of personal, like you're constantly hearing updates about your ex from the audience who isn't knowledgeable on what happened.
We talked about it about a week later, and instead of apologizing for anything, he basically told me that he realized he needed to go to Japan and LA to get his viewership back up, and he was basically too young to focus on.
Why aren't there any mods in chat? That's the funny part. We're like the malicious gang of like horrible haters or whatever. We have like 4 mods on the channel, and I haven't had to increase that number. Apparently we're all awful people, but they don't show up.
He told me that he realized he needed to go to Japan and LA to get his viewership back up, and
dude, guys, do we no? Guys, I can fix my... Dude, I was watching this lawyer on YouTube, and he told me the way that I can improve my career is all I have to do is go east. Holy fuck, dude, I didn't even think of this. Dude, I was watching this lawyer, he was telling me like these Western women suck, and I totally agreed with him, you know? Dude, Western women are like the downfall of America, and yeah, dude, we just gotta go east.
He was basically too young to...
Thank you for hitting the goal, by the way. You've earned another goal.
Focus on friendships and relationships. And it was I mean, despite everything, like I said, I still cared about him, so it was still hard. And I mean, it was like a mix of feelings, you know, like I was devastated, but I was also so relieved. But because of the past incidents during like other fights and times I would try to separate myself from him, past incidents during those times of him manipulating me into staying close with him and giving him more chances.
Nick just started insulting me viciously on Twitter.
I meet almost all of my partners at work. For normal people this is a good thing. But Emmy I think is actually a good and decent person. And seems actually hurt by this environment, and that sucks. I feel bad for her.
You know, it's like it's like a mixture between The Office,
Is this really
not like the
low?
show The Office, but like an Office and Internet High School. It really is kind of a combination. You know, you cannot escape your former partner unless they literally blow their career up. You ever see the meme where it's
Can I say something to you,
like
Nick?
my rapist has
really
been
like-
killed? That's essentially the only way. Their career has to have like the Unchained my rapist has been killed meme for you to not see your ex every single place you go.
I made the hard decision, but I know now for sure the right one was to finally completely cut contact with him.
Good.
I knew it'd be very hard because our careers and our communities were so.
It's because like even if you're cutting contact, it's like yeah, you cut contact with people all the time on YouTube. I've talked to all of those people that essentially most of those people I've cut contact with because eventually it does come up and you do have to actually engage with them in some capacity.
Mind, but I knew that I had to do it and that there was no other choice. So I have
like you can't cut contact with the person who like. who like I don't know, you can't cut contact with like the HR person at your job, right? You can't cut contact with like the person who sits directly next to you at your cubicle. And that's kind of essentially the virtual version of what Emiru is involved in.
I've spoken to him since January of this year. It's been 10 months. But you think that's the end?
So Mizkif is bad guy? Listen, I'm not saying shit yet. We're gonna watch Mizkif. In probably if you come back in an hour, something tells me we'll be watching Mizkif. You can figure it out there, just like I will.
And it is unfortunately not. I haven't spoken to him since January of this year. It only took a couple of weeks, but soon the messages started. He has attempted to contact me over 40 times individually this year in individual texts, Discord messages, Instagram DMs, and phone calls. And
it's funny that happened. Like the flamenco finally popped up, grassroots donation, because that sounds like how flamenco is trying to interact with Vosh.
Messages.
Like 40. Wow, what's your take on that one, huh?
Instagram DMs and phone calls. And I'm just gonna show those.
Dude, thank God she didn't collaborate with Mr. Beast, or he would have drove to her house. All right.
And at first,
all right, I am.
At first, it starts simple.
Hold on. You're hiding the message from me. I want to see this. All right, I'm trying here. This is very small.
And at first.
Hey, just to make sure, you don't have any recordings of me, right? I'm getting harassed that you do, and well, I'm streaming. It's nothing. I'm assuming it's nothing. Do you know why I'm like removed from everything? Like, why did I get kicked from OTK? Nobody's answering my calls, and I didn't want to bother you, but like I'm panicking, and well, I don't understand what's happening. Can we please communicate so I don't feel isolated, and helped by my own organization? I just wanted to be okay with everybody, and that our streams and our lives shouldn't have to. Dude, he's just in there. He's like, hey, so why did my manager unfollow me on Twitter? Hey, so why am I out of the organization? What happened?
At first, it starts simple. Be confusing messages, or like him expressing he was worried about things.
Yeah, dude, that's a little bit more confused. Yeah, he wasn't worried about you. He was worried about his life. Can we please communicate so I don't feel isolated and hated by my own organization? I don't want to be okay. I just want to be okay with each other. I feel like our streams and our lives shouldn't have that feeling. I came home and I feel terrible. It's so odd that I can't talk to you or anyone and just know what's happening. Can you please respond? I understand that we'll just leave you and I'll just leave you alone, but I would really appreciate if we could talk. I won't text you again after this, but I just want to talk if possible.
Like, first it wasn't anything weird.
Oh, it got bigger. That would have been nice. Apparently there's quite a lot of them coming. Oh, no. Hold on, wait. Let me get that iconic pause. The iconic pause that everyone's heard about here. Let's get it. Bang. I understand it. I'll just leave you alone, but I would appreciate it if we could talk. I want to text you again after. I won't text you again after this. I really do want to talk if possible. Hey, it's me again. I know you don't want to hear from me. I can't not message you. I still care about you. If you need to talk, I'm here. I'm so sorry shit like this is happening. I'll be up all night if you need to talk. Tuesday, March 4th, 1:05 p.m. Can we please talk, Emmy? I'm so sorry for what I said. Tuesday, March 11th, 12:26 a.m. Can we talk tomorrow? Jesus Christ. Hold on. Saturday, March 15th. Hey, I found out you weren't invited to the party, and I know you wouldn't want to go, but, well, I don't do the invites, and you were invited, of course, and I hope you're doing okay. One day, maybe we can talk. Wednesday, March 19th. Emmy, can we please talk? I really need to tell you some stuff. I'm super sorry for the last few months. I'm sorry for so much that has happened. I just need this time alone. But I really love you so much, and I just needed you to know that with being alone, I learned that I needed you, and I can't be without you, so I regret so much, and, yeah. Upcoming next. Oh, fuck. I like how the little thump sound when she, like, gets on to the next message sounds like somebody's punching the wall. All right. Iconic pause game. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. It's coming. It's coming. I'm gonna get it. I really need to tell you things. I'm so sorry for the past few months. I'm sorry for so much that happened. I just needed this time alone, but I really love you so much, and I just needed you to know that, well, being alone, I learned that I needed you, and I didn't want to be without you, and I regret so much that I hurt you, and yeah, I left, but I know I needed it. Please call me. I haven't stopped thinking about you in months. I know what I want, and it's you, and it's only you. I've been nothing but miserable without you. I love you, Emmy, and if you take me back, I want a real relationship. I want us to go on dates and live together and plan our lives. I'm sorry. Wait. Hold on. Did you not go on dates before? Is that how low the bar is? Honey, if we get back together, I'll take you to the steak restaurant that you've been looking at that all your friends got to go to, you know? I mean, I know we live in Los Angeles and there's like tons of nightlife here, but I'll let you leave your room sometimes if you really want to, you know? Maybe we'll go on walks, of course, you know, I'll put your collar on, but, you know, I mean, we can spend some time together, you know, real quality time together where we're not leveling our World of Warcraft characters after hours. That's insane. Fuck, dude. He wouldn't let her tank in World of Warcraft? Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Well, I mean, you can't bring your girlfriend to restaurants because, you know, I mean, like, you really want another man cooking for your gal. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you know. You know, I mean, yeah, I don't know, dude. Would you really, you're going to feel comfortable with another man cooking for your girlfriend? Like, I mean, that's basic cuckery, you know? I want so much. Will you please just hear me out? I wrote out a lot of how I feel, and I've been writing it so much. And dude, this guy got ChatGPT installed with the new Apple Vision Pro. Just please, if you can hear me, I love you so much, Emmy. I've been crying every night with you, and I'm sorry I did this, and I've been so depressed without you. Just please call me. I'll be up. I'll do anything for you. I'll come home from Japan right away. Thursday, March 30th, 2:19 a.m. Can you answer me, Emmy? Just at least tell me that you've moved on. Just at least tell me you moved on. Friday, April 11th, 12:43 a.m. Hey, would you be willing to talk? Monday, May 5th, 3:10 a.m. Hey, I know it's been a while. I just wanted to say that I'm going to go back to Austin next week, and I think that you and I should be at least able to talk and communicate with each other. I'm going to be doing a lot of collabs, and I know you've been doing a lot of collabs lately, and I feel like we should be amicable with each other so it's not, like, weird, because we're both doing a lot of collabs. And I feel like it would be really weird considering we're both, like, you know, into the same stuff, that we're just not talking to each other at all and have, like, zero communication. I just wanted to come back for us at least to... You can't take the hit. No, listen, if your girlfriend, your ex-girlfriend isn't talking to you for, like, the duration of time that it takes for a baby to be formed, that just means you're one message away, you know? Guys, listen. Guys, in the audience right now, you think that your girlfriend doesn't want to talk to you because she's ignored your previous 40 messages, but, I mean, listen. Is 42 really gonna hurt? You know, content bring. Yeah, dude, he's like content justifying hanging out with his ex-girlfriend.
Someone who loves her kid.
And by the way, he's writing in here. He's writing stuff like, "I've been writing a lot about you, Emmy. I'd love to share it with you." It's like, why don't you just send it? You know, I mean, she's not reading them anyway. Why don't you? You just have to call me. I'll tell you everything. It's like, well, why don't you just type it out? You know, maybe you'll just type it out. It'd be like a cool. We're one message away.
About you. Yeah,
again, I agree with her. This is not somebody who cares about you. This is someone who cares about themselves. I guess he couldn't go east far enough. It's really weird considering that we're like all both into the same stuff, that we're just not talking to each other at all and have like zero communication. And I just wanted to come back for us to at least be okay. I just don't want to need to talk to you about anything in terms of relationship stuff. I just want to talk to you about business and overall collaborations. We should have this conversation. If you can call me sometime this week, I think that'd be great. I hope you're doing well. If we can't communicate, we're just going to continue to not talk. This is only going to get weirder and weirder as we're both invited to the same things constantly and we're involved in the Austin activities. It's best for us both. That's so fucking cringe. What does RCS chat stand for? March 19th, 2025. Oh God, we're moving into Discord. Hey, I was just wondering if you could answer your phone. May 29th, 9:58 p.m. I'm sorry, not a day goes by in these last 4 months where your final words to me don't go, haven't echoed in my heart. I walked out your door thinking I knew what I wanted, but I was wrong. Wait, what? Wait, what? Is this a poem? Where your final words to me don't go, haven't echoed in my heart. I walked out your door thinking I knew what I wanted, but I was wrong. I told myself I needed to be... Wait, why is he quoting this? Are we reading his breakup right now? Is this ChatGPT? Is this image lolly? I told myself I needed to be alone, that I had missed out on being single in my 30s. Oh no, dude. Wait, he had missed out on being single in his 30s? Is that coming from Mizkif or is that coming from Emmy? Did he go to Japan to just fuck a bunch of like Eastern women? I missed out on being single in my 30s, so I went east. Oh my God, dude. Guys, this is gonna be better for content. I'm going east. He's barely 30. Oh my God, dude. Dude, he's actually 40. Unk is 40 years old and he just leaked it. He truly went east, dude. Oh God, I wonder how Legal Mindset's going to cover this. Well, listen, there's a lot of women in the East right now who are looking for husbands, okay? And they don't have any of the qualities that the negative Western refuses to be a traditional wife who constantly is getting exceeded in the workplace by their own... Dude, I need actually maybe to watch this guy tomorrow. I need to hear what he has to say. Holy fuck, dude. Dude, guys, can we do a drinking stream? If he shows up zooted, is he going to talk about how Emmy is the rare exception that Western women are constantly making less money? Oh my God. Wait, that's another thing that he was talking about. Legal Mindset was talking about how Western women are constantly like eclipsed in terms of salary by their male counterparts in every like... Dude, how is he going to cope with the fact that a male content creator is making less money than his girlfriend? Is even less good at video games than his girlfriend? Is that going to break his worldview? That's so fucking funny. So I tried to protect myself in the worst way possible. I pushed you away. Dude, guys, listen. I pushed you away. 4 months of unanswered messages. I pushed you away. That's very funny. I said a relationship would hold me back and that I didn't want to be with just one gal, but that's not true. They were shields that I put up to avoid facing my fears. How many women did you have to fuck before you realized that you only wanted to date her? Yeah, I said I wanted to be around more women, but the reality is I always wanted you. Is it because you couldn't get more pussy, or it's because you did that and then you realized it didn't help? And you sabotaged a meaningful relationship in your life because you didn't live your 30s. I assume he means 20s. Yeah, I mean, how many women did you have to fuck before you realized that? She's the only one who tolerated him. Yeah. I said the relationship would hold me back. I said that I didn't want to be with just one woman, but that's not the truth. They're shields I put up to avoid facing my fears. And, well, the part of myself that I hadn't yet healed, and I'm doing that now. I lost you. Oh my God, dude. Holy shit. The last 4 months have been like the hardest of my life. Whatever people might see on the outside, online, or anything else, know this. I've been lost without you. I've missed you every single day. I cried more times than I can count. Just thinking about you, smile and your laugh and the way you'd say merp. I love that, dude. Whenever they do these like fucking sobby, pathetic loser conversations where they're begging for their girlfriend who's not even reading these messages to come back, they always insert some shit like, I like when you used to say merp, as if that would be the thing. It's like, ah, look, she smiled. Now she has to date me. I missed when you used to say merp. Merp. Yeah. Oh, God, dude. I miss when you used to say merp and make those little sounds when you were happy. I also had to unfollow you at one point, not because I wanted to forget you, because, well, seeing you reminded me of how painfully bad that I messed up. I love you, Emmy. I always have, and I know I'll never stop. I know our time together was far from perfect, and my mental health weighed heavily on us both. Oh, look at the convenient out. It's not that I was abusive. It's not that I was controlling. It's not that I was insecure of my ex-girlfriend's ability to play video games. It's the fact that my mental health had put me in a bad position. Thankfully, I've been working on that, and I've been working on myself, and I've gone to wink-wink therapy in my time in Japan, and I'm ready to start dating you again. Please open your legs now. Dude, I'm so sick of this, dude. It's a literal pattern. This happens all the time. It's so insufferable. Holy fuck, dude. Yeah, my mental health weighed heavily on us both, and like, I'm sorry what I put you through, and you carried more than you ever should have to, but I'm working on myself now. I'm really working. Oh no, dude. Dude, no way. No way, dude. I literally called it. Oh God, please stop. I started Lexapro. Oh no, dude. Wait, she started Lexapro? Does that mean when he come, like, if she did take him back, hypothetically, does that mean that his dick wouldn't go up anymore? Isn't that like a side effect? Because I remember, unironically, I don't mean to, this is the only person I know who's ever taken Lexapro. Didn't Ethan Klein say that there is a side effect to Lexapro? I'm sorry, that's the only example that could come up. Did Ethan Klein not say that there was a side effect to Lexapro? Lexapro doesn't stop you from being abusive. Unfortunately, that's not one of the side effects. No, that's false, Nick. I remember this, but maybe I don't know. But I'm working on myself. I'm really working. I started treatment. I'm on Lexapro and propranolol. For the first time in a long time, I feel clarity. My emotions aren't running wild anymore. Dude, what is this? Are you writing this at 3 in the morning? I just wanted to let you know, I've been up for 60 consecutive hours typing this to you, but my emotions are in check and I'm happy. I just wanted you to know how happy I am. Sorry. My emotions aren't running wild anymore. I just think more clearly now. I feel steadier. I'm learning to be the man that you always wanted me to be. Oh God. Yeah, dude, this is like a Destiny moment. It's like, guys, they've sedated me. I've been sedated by drugs. I am now no longer a freak. Oh God. And now I can see things clearly. I know this without a shadow of a doubt. You're the love of my life. Every night we spend watching shows together. Every silly conversation about cheddar. Every time I walk in your room and you're about to go live, I cherished all of it. You brought the color and joy into my life in ways that I couldn't appreciate until I lost you. And then I hate that I let fear and pain and pride blind me to how lucky I was to have you, Emmy. If you still have a space in your heart for me, I would spend the rest of my life making things right, loving you the way that you've always deserved to be loved. This time, fully. I'm leaving for Los Angeles, but I would make it work with you, even if we could start small. It's always been Matt and Emmy, and it still could be, if you'll just have me. Holy shit, dude. Oh God, dude, that's how I read these. I know he's writing it like, I would just love to be with you. I read this as like a psychotic person at 3 in the morning, just like, this is the message that will get her back. This is the one. This is the one. 8 Red Bulls deep typing it. Yeah, this guy is psychotic. I don't even know what that was. Hold on. This is a social media site I've never used before. What is this? Oh, is this Android? I'm like, what is this blob thing? Fuck this interface, dude. Hey, it's me, real Mizkif. You remember me? I'm from Instagram. Can we please talk while you're here? A simple conversation would go very far for both of us. The lack of communication is very confusing, and I've been wanting to talk for you for quite a while. Hey, what's going on? It's me, Mizkif from TikTok. Hey, yeah, can we maybe have that conversation while you're here? Like a simple conversation would go like really far for both of us. The lack of communication is well, I would say it's very confusing, and I've been wanting to talk to you for quite a while. She just keeps pulling screenshots. This is insane. I feel like we've seen this. Yeah, we saw that one already. He turned into the stalker that she fled him for. Oh my god, stop. It's dude, that's kind of the angle that I'm seeing here though. That's not Android. I'm sorry. Was it Windows? Is it Google? Is it a Google Plus? A Google Play?
And keep in mind, this is only things that he sent to me. I can't document all the things that people told me that he was saying.
Holy shit, dude.
And,
well, why didn't those people say anything?
It's kind of a funny side note.
Could you imagine? It's like, hey, listen, homie, from one man to another, can you tell my ex-girlfriend that I feel really bad about things? And it's pretty weird that she's not talking to me right now. And I would really like it if we could collaborate better as teammates.
I guess.
I'm starting to think that Emmy doesn't take this guild very seriously. Dude, Regent, hey, I'm starting to think that Emmy is not really putting our guild first here. She hasn't spoke to me in weeks.
I would like to highlight this message.
Dude, hi, it's me, Mizkif. I'm actually in your dreams. I was wondering, hi, what's going on? It's me, Mizkif again. Yeah, I'm sorry. I actually spoke to a witch, okay? And we're using witchcraft right now to broadcast me directly into your dreams. So I was just wondering when you wake up, if you could maybe talk to me or something, like maybe we could have a future together, or, just get a cup of coffee. Hey, remember we used to get coffee together? No, I mean, okay, remember when I used to order coffee on DoorDash and it would come to the house? We would drink it in separate rooms, yeah. And then maybe you could just call me back.
Because doesn't really matter, but
okay. Wait, is that an AI? Oh, the ChatGPT report to say that he hasn't even written. Oh my god.
The ChatGPT checker and all the highlights. Like I said, doesn't really.
Hey, yeah, it's me, Mizkif. So I'm haunting you now. So Mr. Beast ended up doing another collaboration without me, and well, I've killed myself. But don't worry, I'm actually still able to contact you. I have 3 of these messages that I could send out, and I was wondering if you could give me a call so we could probably hash this out. Mr. Beast told me that he won't do any more collaborations without me again, so I used one of my calls on him, but
really matter.
Hey, I'm at King Kai's right now. If you could wish me back with the Dragon Balls, I really think we can make another go of this, I've been given back my body from King Yema. I've crossed the Snake Way, and if you would just gather the 7 Dragon Balls and wish me back, I really think we can make this work.
Just thought it was interesting. But, yeah, like I said at first, the messages were just simple things, like, him saying he was worried about things, or saying no one was talking to him, which I don't think was even true at the time. I think he was just saying that to
Dude, could you imagine? It's like, what the fuck is this? And she just grabs a piece of paper off her desk in 2021. Hey, so, yeah, actually, I went to the future and I met up with the Terminator, and he brought me back just in time to leave you this. I'm leaving you this note. Please don't open it until 2024, exactly on March 13th. We need to try to make this relationship work, so I'm gonna need you to not open this piece of paper.
Try to guilt me into responding to him. I'm not sure about that, of course. This also extended to in-person interactions, because initially I made the mistake of thinking that I only had to cut him off through private communication, and we would be fine going to the same events and parties and such. I also have to.
Dude, you're walking through the convention center and there's just leering eyes as you walk through the room.
Hold on.
I mean, it's not really funny. It's kind of scary, but
I'm still fucking sick.
Listen, as long as you don't cry in front of him, you should be fine. Thankfully, Lexapro in therapy has made him realize that crying women are not looking for sex.
I made the mistake of thinking that I only had to cut him off through personal, private communication. But I also had to start avoiding going to the same parties or places I was worried he'd be in person. Because this was after he came back from his first trip to Japan. There was a party that I attended several months after I first went into contact with him. I was aware that he would be there, and I thought it'd be fine. I thought it wouldn't be a big deal. I thought I'll just...
As like most normal people would, yeah.
Let him have his space.
And it's also a public place. Like, again, like you'd say, well, why would she think that? He's clearly unhinged. It's because, like, Mizkif cares about one thing, and it's very evident. He cares about his reputation. He quite literally cannot afford to have a crash out at his ex-girlfriend who supported him privately throughout the Adriana Lee situation. Looking at this from like a content perspective, the way that he's looking at it, he literally could not embarrass himself in front of her. It would be catastrophic for his return arc.
My space, you know, it's not a big deal. We're adults, right? During this party, I felt like he was following me around and monitoring me, but
Who the fuck just followed me? I haven't streamed on Twitch in a year. Don't follow me on Twitch.
I felt like he was following me around and monitoring me, but I thought that I was just being paranoid. I was like, it's probably just in your head. I was hanging out with Nick and Catchy and a couple other friends. And at some point, Nick was like, it's too fucking loud down here. Let's go upstairs. No one's upstairs. Let's just go, you know, chill in a room and like talk where it's not so loud. And I was like, okay. So they, as a group, went upstairs first without me, but it took me a bit longer to get up there because someone like stopped me and was talking to me. And I did feel like, I mean, he was like standing pretty close to that person. I felt like he was watching me, but again, I thought I was just being paranoid. But I went upstairs. I was hanging out with Nick and Catchy and, you know, our other friends. And then about 30 minutes later, the room that we're in, the door opens. It's Miz. He opens the door, makes eye contact with me, goes, ooh, and then closes the door and leaves. And I was like, what the fuck? But again, I was still trying my best to, you know, give the benefit of the doubt.
Bro, I couldn't hit that any better. Come on. Come on, dude. Bro, I couldn't have hit that any better. Come on.
Out, like, you know, maybe it's just like an awkward situation or something. But a couple months later,
could you imagine that? Your ex-boyfriend who's spamming you just pops up, boo.
The person that he was hanging out with that night reached out to me privately and was apologizing. And I was like, why? And they're like, I just felt like I had to apologize to you because
that's like so fucking awkward, so increasingly awkward.
I felt so bad and so embarrassed of what was going on. Like, yes, he wanted to see what you were doing. He was saying like, I want to go see what's upstairs, and he was checking every room. And then after he
oh my god
opened the room that you were in with Nick, he closed the door and started laughing, and then he just wanted to talk about, you know, how you guys broke up for the next like however many hours of the night.
He's like, hey, has anybody seen Emmy? How's Emmy doing? Fortnite.
So I was like, wow, okay,
he was paranoid that she was hooking up? Yeah, probably.
Good to know, I guess. The next story that I want to tell involves what happened to me, Valkyrie, and Cinna earlier this year when we were attacked at the Santa Monica Pier.
Jesus Christ, wait,
that
what?
Was
oh, fuck, I covered that! Oh my god, I remember that!
Hold on, let me close all these fucking texts. I don't want to look at them. They're still on my desktop.
Yeah, we cover the Santa Monica Pier thing as like an intro tidbit. Yeah, it was like viral. It was all over. I think Yeet posted about it.
Yeah, so, yeah, it happened March 3rd of this year.
It was the guy just would not take no for an answer. Didn't he walk up and ask somebody out or something like that? And then he just kept following them around, being extremely fucking creepy.
A lot of people were talking about it, talking about how me, Ray, and Cinna were attacked. Which was not an issue. Like, we had no issue with that. Like, obviously, it's big news. People are going to talk about it. It should be talked about. We had, like, no issues with anyone talking about it and covering it, and that included him. I was fine with that. He joined in on that whole thing of people going live to talk about it. And again, I'd like to remind people at this point, we were already a couple months into me being no contact with him, making it clear I didn't want anything to do with him. And so during this stream, he was covering what happened to me, Ray, and Cinna. He decided that he was going to tell more of my personal stalker story.
Wait, oh my god, wait. So I might even have covered what Mizkif said about this. I don't remember if I did that. So he used that as an opportunity. Okay. Thank you to the fucking... Why did 15 people... You're gonna get me banned on Twitch. They shouldn't... Who just subbed me with a Prime? What's wrong with you? I don't even... Okay, sorry. So yeah, wait. So Mizkif took this as an opportunity to then divulge more personal details about her. That's fucking crazy.
Stories that I've never personally talked about.
Why does Wiggler Nick have a brick? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. If you don't do anything wrong, Quintheo, you don't have to worry about it, okay? All right? Because you're being stupid about this, okay? Quintheo, I'm gonna bash your fucking...
Or shared publicly myself.
Don't worry about the brick, Quintheo!
And one of these stories was...
I'm obviously kidding.
One that...
Hope you're doing well.
Like, no one knew at all, and like... it just felt so shitty because at the time that those things happened, like, you know, all the people that lived in that area together, we all came together and we all kind of decided, and this was heavily pushed by him, we should never talk about this because, you know, people are gonna be weird. It puts...
Yeah, I mean, you're in these situations where it's like, hey, this would be like a huge inconvenience if this thing went like ultra omega super viral, right? So thank God that Mizkif came out and he's like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not in the inner circle. What would I'm just gonna talk about it openly. Let's have a whole big conversation about it.
I mean, in more danger, and, you know, it gives people ideas, so we're never gonna talk about it. But, you know, of course, as soon as there's some big drama that he's not involved in, and he finds a way to, you know, bring up, oh, I was there for something that happened to Emmy, he does it. He was on a stream talking about these personal stories of mine.
Imagine if those, I assume he texted her. Imagine if that's the one time he didn't text her and goes, oh shit, content.
And I caught wind of it. And by the way, it was also so frustrating not saying anything at this time because the way he told those stories, he kind of framed himself as like...
do the possible.
Thank you.
The hero. He was like, oh, I held the stalker at gunpoint. No.
Wait, what? Wait, he held a stalker at gun? I didn't even know about that. Well, I guess he didn't, but...
The only person who ever came into contact face-to-face with that stalker before the police came was Bonnie. Bonnie is the person who found that guy outside, went inside, told everyone, called the police. The police came. All Miz did was he stood far away from the front door.
All right, is Bonnie, just to be clear, this is a future stream topic, is Bonnie the ex-girlfriend of Emiru? Is that who we're talking about? Not Bonnie Blue. Yeah, dude, it's Bonnie Blue. Dude, Bonnie Blue fought off 100 guys to defend her honor. Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, case closed. Thank God Bonnie Blue is there.
Door. Behind glass and metal.
Yes, she is. There's additional stuff to talk about with Bonnie. I'll probably get to it next stream. But that's also a thing that's currently going around as well. So we're going to talk about that. I intend to go over that probably as the opening subject for the second stream on this.
Metal.
Different Bonnie? No, it's not Bonnie Blue. Yeah, I'm talking about Bonnie like Five Nights at Freddy.
The gun. Yeah, I mean...
Oh, Bonnie Rabbit is her current roommate, like with Senna. Okay, then not that Bonnie. There's another Bonnie that she formerly, like, she used to date or something. That's a conversation we're going to probably go over on... What's today? Sunday? Tuesday.
I understand. Still very scary, but why are you acting like you, like, if anyone deserves credit for that, it's Bonnie.
Different Bonnie. There are two Bonnies.
Like, it's literally stolen valor. I'm so glad I finally get to say that because
I could believe that Mizkif lied about that story because he is so fucking terrified of his ex-girlfriend being better than him at a video game. He is so fucking terrified of his reputation. He is so fucking terrified of how people view him. Like, a guy who is insecure about being worse than his girlfriend at video games, I could see lying about something like that.
She is the one who, like, kept everyone in those two houses safe, not him. Anyway, back to the original thing, the Ray and Senna stuff. So, I was obviously panicking. Like, I just had this horrible thing happen to me the night before. It was like huge, like public, millions of people seeing it. And then my crazy ex-boyfriend is going live talking about more of my personal stuff.
Yeah, that sounds fucking crazy.
And I'm like crying, and Senna and Ray are like what's wrong? And I tell them, and I'm like panicking. I'm like, I need to call so-and-so, I need to call so-and-so, I need to call so-and-so. Like,
the problem with what Mizkif is seeing here is he probably is bad at video games. He's probably not a good protector for anyone in his life. He probably is, like, the reason why he's insecure isn't because, oh, he's a emasculated man. It's because everything that he's insecure about is probably accurate. He's probably a loser. I mean, like, people often go after insecurity, like, why aren't you more secure about yourself? And, well, if you really are that loser, and it's something that you are actively, like, that is a flaw about you, like, yeah, I mean, there's not really much you can do other than be insecure about it, or accept that you are, like, a pathetic vermin.
These different people that I was like, they can contact him because I did not want to contact him. So, Ray, Senna, some of me and Miz's mutual business partners, and
yeah, you're justifiably insecure because you're a pathetic loser.
We're all messaging him to stop. And by the way, Asmongold told me that he tried to call Miz while he was talking, and it rang 3 times and then hung up, which means that he saw it and he just wanted to be able to keep talking because, yeah, anyway. Just,
so he literal actual human got the call moment, and he's like, nah, I'm gonna talk more about my ex-girlfriend.
A little note.
Allegedly.
I don't know exactly what, like, the other people said to him, but Ray and Senna told me that they were messaging him being like, bro, like, stop, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing this? And
Asmon did confirm that. That's funny.
He's messaging them, who were also equally as traumatized as me, of course. They had gone through the same thing. Oh, what am I doing wrong? I'm letting people know what, you know.
I'm letting people know about, like, deep personal things about your life. What am I doing wrong? Yeah, I'm protecting my ex-girlfriend even though she won't let me. I'm like Batman, you know? The city doesn't want me, but, you know, I'm still kind of there. You know, like, I'm like Batman, yeah.
Go through.
I'm like the Dark Knight, yeah. I'm pretty masculine.
Is that your job? Well, anyway, yeah, that all happened a couple of months into me being no contact with him. And yeah, he was arguing with Ray and Senna while they're trying to be like, bro, like, stop, like, you're making it worse. He finished talking about my stuff and then reacted to Senna and Ray's whole stream where they were crying, addressing their communities, made sure to react to that, and then immediately went offline. So yeah, that was
I mean, it's an easy win. He needs that PR. Look, I love women. I'm Mizkif. Remember all those things you heard about me? They're not true. Look how much I care. Look, I care so much. Look, I love these girls. They're my friends. I support them.
Terrible weekend.
Thank you.
And I got threatened to be stabbed, and then the next day, my weird ex was going live trying to self-insert so that he could make sure to farm his own clips.
Great impression. I gotta be honest with you, I don't really know what Mizkif sounds like. I'm just kind of doing a schizophrenic... I'm just trying to be, like, psychotic, you know? I'm just trying to be insane.
After that incident, his attempts to talk to me only ramped up, which I showed those texts. We went back to Japan, and during that trip, he was texting, calling me, trying to call me quite a lot.
Dude, in the middle of this thing, he's just like, fuck it, I'm going back east.
Begging me to take him back. And at the same time, I heard that he was reaching out to quite a few other streamers who know both of us. And he was crying to them about how he wanted to get back together and how he thought someday we would reconnect and eventually get married. I don't think he even meant that.
She doesn't know it yet, but we're actually gonna get married. I've started looking at days. keep your schedule in the fall really clear, because you don't know what day it's gonna be our day.
But I hope not, but I assume he did that with the hope that they would relay the messages back to me since I wasn't talking to him. And I mean, some of them did. I also had a couple other streamers report to me that he would obsessively watch my stream and not in a like, oh, I wonder what Emmy's doing right now.
Dude, it's like fucking Saul Goodman in the first episode while he's watching his old commercials. It's like, this used to be my property.
Way, or like having
it's fucking crazy.
My stream open.
Nick just started
like,
insulting
he would be
viciously
obsessively
on
and
Twitter.
attentively.
Again, I'm gonna hear the guy out, but
Watching my stream.
the messages have soured my perspective on Mizkif.
Like watching my stream and just saying horrible things almost every time that I've been live this year. And they tell me that he would want to discuss how he believed I still wanted him. Interesting, considering I never replied. And he would ask other guys if they thought I had slept with anyone.
Oh my god, dude. Hey, you know, we're both men, right? I'd be okay with it if you told me, but do you know if anybody's had sex with my ex-girlfriend? Listen, I know it's a healthy question. Healthy question. I just need to know, you know? Because when I went east, I got herpes, you know, and I just need to make sure my guys know, you know?
This year.
I just want to know, listen, I respect you, and I would tell you this stuff, right? Did you have sex with my girlfriend?
You like, I don't fucking know, man. And then, they told me he would say stuff like, no, there's no way she's done that. She's not like that. And she's probably waiting for me. Yeah,
Quinthio, I'm literally joking. But like, do you know if any of them have fucked my ex-girlfriend?
Really?
I'm just curious. Like, it's just for fun, right? Like, I know we're just having we're having a fun conversation, but I just really do need to know. Do you know if any of them have had sex with my girlfriend? Do you know if any of them actually did that? Because, you know, I mean, I'm trying to have like a fun conversation with you right now, like a cool hypothetical, but I really do need to know, like, I mean, if there's 5 guys in the room here, can you tell me which one is most likely to be the guy who had sex with my girlfriend so I can go talk to him about it?
Really fucking gross stuff like that.
Yeah, I guarantee some version of that conversation happened.
And a couple of streamers in LA also told me that he was telling people that me and him still talk all the time, but we simply weren't together anymore because I was too mature and I was not ready. I was too immature. But yeah, you can see from the messages I showed.
Dude, oh god. That's like, I didn't get broken up with. I broke up with her. Yeah, she's just too immature for me. You hear her tee ha ha voice on stream. Yeah, she kind of takes that back home with us, you know? She's got like, I mean, you see how many Kirby stuffed animals are behind? I mean, listen, she could smother me. I could be under those things. You'd never find me, you know? She's obviously very immature.
I'm not sure if like, I mean, people can go back and read them. He was begging me to take him back for the majority of this year, which was 7 or 8 months total. And like,
again, like you could nearly have a child in the time that he didn't get a response back.
Nicholas DeOrio.
Like I said, some of those
appreciated.
Yeah, it's extremely immature to be wearing pajamas.
Messages were.
Are you wearing pajamas in your pajamas? At least I stopped drinking, Brian.
Or even, I believe ChatGPT. Not that it really matters. It's just interesting, right? As of today, it's been about 2 months since he has attempted to contact me directly. I think because about 2 months ago was when he started.
She says that as the phone has been nonstop ringing for 45 minutes.
The guy, Keemstar Orbiter, Nick Oreo, Mr. Oreo.
Kind of getting scared that I might have been like, you know, telling people things. Which again, I wasn't going out of my way to do it, but if anyone ever asked me, I wasn't gonna lie to them. I mentioned this at the beginning before I started like fully telling the story. I heard from my friends, other streamers, and my employees that he had cooked up a plot that if I ever tried to talk about him, like about the abuse or anything else, he would try to go live and say that I killed my rabbits. And
I have a question. So I've heard about the rabbit thing. I don't know what to make of it. I haven't heard much about it. I just heard there is a rabbit thing. My question is, if you're like hang out with a serial animal abuser who wants to murder their pets, right? The assumption is, for at least on my part, that she's intentionally killing these animals, not like a shredder allegation where people are arguing about dog cheese and stuff like that, and blaming Ethan for that or something. Like I'm not making that kind of argument. I'm assuming he's saying that she killed these rabbits like Vecna in Stranger Things, right? Where they just like floated into the air and their fucking little necks snapped, right? Or, some version of that humans could accomplish. Why would you want to potentially marry? Why are you begging to get back with someone who kills animals, like a serial killer trait? Why would you possibly want to marry an animal abuser? Am I wrong? You'll see in his response. Okay, maybe I'm jumping ahead here. But if this thing is, if she's actually a demonic entity that's sending rabbits in the sky and blowing them up with Alka-Seltzer or something, like they're giving the Alka-Seltzer bombs to the fucking rabbits and watching them go poof or something, I don't know if you'd necessarily want to marry someone like that.
I was told that he approached several streamers who are around us a lot.
He's likely autistic.
When we lived together.
Well, he hasn't heard a moral or legal argument as to
asked if they would basically back him up, and they refused. Obviously, they're not insane. And
dude, she dressed up like Elmer Fudd, pulled out an airsoft rifle, and then set the rabbits loose in the in the backyard. None survived.
Even something happened.
Dude, the cosplaying thing went so crazy. She thought she was Elmer Fudd.
This weekend, at TwitchCon, one of my employees told me he went up to them and he threatened them, saying, if Emmy ever tries to talk about me, I will destroy her. Whatever that means.
That's kind of a mic drop moment. Now, I'm sure you probably read that as like, whatever that means, like a little nervous. That was kind of a baller play.
Whatever that means.
I mean, she has to realize that this is an hour and 18 minutes of carnage that will probably stunt his growth forever, regardless of whether she was lying or telling the truth. I think that that's kind of a power play.
At TwitchCon, one of my employees told me he went up to them and he threatened them, saying, if Emmy ever tries to talk about me, I will destroy her. Whatever that means.
That sounds more like a good luck.
And within the same night, he also texted one of my best friends, and he would have known that I would have been with this girl. He texted her saying, hey, worried about her, hope she's okay. Right after he just said to my employee and other people that he was gonna try to destroy my life. All in the same night. And,
yeah, it seems like he's really... Going east has really helped him. Thank God he's on Lexapro. Who knows what he would have done if he wasn't.
Yeah, that was Saturday, so that pretty much leads us to today. I feel like it's clear I've spent the last year of my life cutting him off.
All right, I'm going to pause right here. We are going to watch the rest of this. There's obviously still 10 more minutes. I'm going to call it the epilogue because I think we've heard everything. All right, so this is what I take away from here. This is my first watch through. I wasn't really super informed on anything I'm hearing. The animal thing is kind of light. It was initially mentioned. I'm waiting to see what Mizkif says. It seems like she definitely preempted it and got ahead of it because I assume that's what was relayed back to her from the person that she spoke to at the convention when he threatened her. People asking, why is she talking about this now? I didn't know. I do now know. If you got threatened like within the last couple of days, that's a huge incentive to come forward and talk about it. So that answers my question, my inevitable question there. But again, I mentioned this earlier. I'm going to mention it one more time now. Why believe someone's spoken word testimony? Well, if they supply evidence to some of that stuff, you can obviously go in that direction and take it a bit more credibly. Those messages, 7 months of unanswered messages is extreme. Jokes aside, that is absolutely extreme. That is concerning. The interactions in public can, and in some case, have been corroborated, according to my chat, where Asmongold is confirming some of the stuff that was being said. Obviously, that was about the incident where they were being stalked and potentially, I think, was assaulted at the Santa Monica Pier. But I do want to point out again, if she was going to go after Mizkif, why would she associate with Mizkif in 2024? Why would she still date Mizkif throughout the controversy in 2022? If the time to get Mizkif was when he was publicly vulnerable, I think in recent months, I would argue in the last 4 months, aside from the fact that Mizkif's private connections were seemingly dropping off, I think his public reputation wasn't like on a redemption arc, but people are much more favorable to Mizkif now, more than they've been for years. This is probably... Tweet. It sounds pathetic. It's like saying iDubbbz at the zenith of his popularity this month, but yeah. He's kind of at like the zenith point of his popularity post-drama, I'd say. Like there are more people now supporting Mizkif prior to this video, this stream, obviously, than ever before since his controversy, you know? She explains it. Well, I mean, she already explained it. I'm just giving you a... Like, I got her explanation. She already said it. These are just the things that are kind of like, this is my observations that I've seen so far, right? I already understand it. I'm just kind of, I'm relaying back to the audience what I picked up on and kind of gauging where I stand on, I guess, the credibility of her arguments here. So again, that answers my main question is, why are we talking about this now? What have you been doing? Well, apparently she's filed 2 restraining orders. So that's a thing. Why not go to the police? Well, that is answered directly by the fact that, like, she's been threatened, so she feels the need to come forward. Also, she's directly mentioning that she fears that he's going to do this again with other people, and I believe she gave an example earlier on saying that, like, she's been interacting with people who are not online, offline women now, so she feels compelled to tell that story forward. So that kind of checks out. I think that sounds okay. Obviously, I'm going to hear what he has to say next. That's our next segment that we're going to be covering tonight. But
Read yourself Keffel's tweet
right now,
on Nicholas DeOrio.
I guess what I'm going to say is I think she's done a good job here. I'm not seeing a ton of holes to poke through outside of like redundancies. So I guess we'll see what happens next.
And building a
for a stream, I think this was pretty succinct.
New life with people that actually care about me and doing my best to move on peacefully without causing any drama. I did not want to do this.
Oh, that's literally it. But I mean, we already went over this. She's reiterating.
A lot of people, a lot of other creators actually told me that after his other allegations in 2022, if I wasn't the first person to stand up for him and start appearing on his channel again, they do not think that they would have gone back to helping him with his...
Ooh, that's also... Yeah, so if this guy's a legit monster... and he's kind of using your reputation to prop himself back up, that's another incentive to come forward with it.
Content.
So maybe she's got like survivor's guilt or something. I don't know.
So I always tried to keep things private, always tried to make things better, had hope that things would get better, you know, tried to be supportive, and my thanks that I got for all of that was abuse and resentment. And for all of 2025, all of this year, harassment and hatred from him and his community, while he was the whole time secretly begging for me to take him back behind the scenes.
So was he openly shit-talking her? That's not something that was really, I guess, conveyed in here. Wait, why is the community hating her now? Is he taking like sly digs?
I've taken
because if he is taking shots publicly and begging for her back in private, that's crazy.
A lot of steps already, as I said, it's apparent. I've taken a lot of steps to restructure my life and be a lot more...
She needs more stuffed animals. Something tells me after the stream, she'll be able to fill the entire room. This is the stuffed animal room.
Careful about who I help and who I invest my time and my care into. And I'm doing a lot better now, but I felt like this was a necessary stream because, like I said at the very beginning, I have heard that he has done things to other people that aligned with some of my own experiences, so I felt like it would be wrong for me to keep holding on to all this information.
She does kind of open herself up to a defamation suit here in some capacity, I think. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. But he's like in a lawsuit with Adriana Lee, right? If he's got assets left to swing,
No, I
could see him fucking.
Stayed for way too
I'm sure she won't have to deal with any legal fees though.
long,
Unless something we're not aware of happens next.
and I thought that I could help, and I unfortunately learned that I couldn't. But I worked really hard to have the life that I have now with my friends, my family, my pets, and my community. And I'm so grateful for how things are now. It was very difficult, but I'm very proud of myself for making the choices that I did to end up where I am now. And
hell yeah.
Yeah, that's my story of dealing with abuse, psychological and domestic abuse, sexual assault, and stalking, and being threatened on if, I ever talked about it. And this whole time, it's been kind of hidden in plain sight away from hundreds of thousands of people.
It kind of has been. If she's putting on makeup to cover the black eye. I keep forgetting. Think fast! It gets blasted in the eye with a cell phone.
And, yeah. I know that me saying all of this probably isn't gonna make him or what's left of his community leave me alone. But sorry, voice crack. I know talking about this probably won't make him or probably won't make him or what remains of his community leave me alone, but
What, dude? My chat
What's the
just
name
killed
of
me.
the guy?
Thank
Keemstar
you.
Orbiter. Nick Oreo. Mr. Oreo.
I'm on Emmy's side. Ms. is a man-child. Keep in mind she was no one before dating Dyrus, who she left BC he was abusive, and Monkey branched to a more pop streamer who's the same. Not a trib motive, but it's an interesting pattern.
Dude, Mizkif throws the phone in Emmy's face. Why did you make me do this? Oh god, dude, I can't.
I'm always glad that people will be aware of all of this.
Think, Mark!
Now, and I won't have to feel like I'm hiding a terrible dark secret anymore. And it's all out there now. And I also want to make it clear that not everyone that I interact with or that I'm friends with knew the extent of the things that were happening. And a lot of streamers didn't really know anything at all, but I mean, like I said before, people...
It's even more peculiar because I don't think that there's a lot of finances to be lost with hating Mizkif online. You know? Like, at any given moment, if these guys wanted Mizkif completely out of the community, what are they gonna say? No? You know, the public hates Mizkif. They've hated Mizkif. They've only started to warm up to him now, but if they wanted to get rid of him a year ago or 2 years ago when a lot of this stuff was really happening, they probably just could have.
People aren't stupid.
It's not like people are like, well, they're doing it to protect their paycheck. What, from making more money?
I think it's pretty clear that a lot of people knew that things were happening, and
who actually likes Mizkif? Yo, thank you.
Monkeypox? No.
Who the fuck is still? Who is riding for Mizkif?
No.
I guess.
What?
I heard you're into some BDSM.
Who saw
shit,
some
so
of
I'm
this
just
stuff?
wondering if that's how you got
Okay.
it. Why are you still here?
Will my wrench communism work if I just tell you I'm straight up trying to buy a wrench because the cyan brings out the green in my eyes? I promise I'll be entirely
Cyan,
neutral.
it's deep blue.
I recommend watching
Like I
Nicholas
said, you have to
DeOrio's latest video.
remember, it's not just me. A lot of people have told me that they have their own, grievances with him. But for the people who did know about this, thank you for being there for me through all of this and supporting me and cheering me on. And there were a lot of people as well who...
It's like insane how he
even though
acted.
they
Like, genuinely, think about telling your girlfriend that you're gonna off yourself because of a higher viewer count. So mentally ill, it's hard to believe. Dude, there are people who are legitimately inferior. and they are constantly aware of the fact that they're inferior to everyone around them. They're constantly reminded of the fact it's probably some childhood trauma that he was swinging like an axe at his fucking girlfriend. It's probably a thing that he was doing. He's probably told his whole life that he wasn't shit, and he probably isn't shit. And yeah, people feel like that when they're not shit. You know what I mean? Like, dude, people who go fucking driving 150 miles per hour because of Mr. Beast not fucking putting them in their video or whatever, like, these are not normal fucking people. These are, like, pathetic losers. So I don't think that he's got, like, some unresolved, I just think he's actually a loser. Like, he's actually a pathetic vermin. He doesn't feel that way. He's not, like, I guess... He's actually insecure. It's not, like, unwarranted. Yeah.
They didn't know anything without asking any questions. They still were very kind and supportive, and I will always remember that for the rest of my life.
Like, he's predisposed to being a loser. His mom definitely told him he was worthless, probably. And she was probably right. She was probably correct about that. If his mom said that he was worthless, she was probably correct.
I also want to say, just so people know, that I'm not just trying to, like, put this out there and then, you know, I am already in the process of filing a restraining order on him in both Texas and California.
Okay. So there's what the people I assume are wanting that. There it is.
And I also wanted to say that I would not be surprised if he tries to sue me for this stream that I did today and for coming out about him. Not because he thinks that he would win, but for PR reasons, like a slap lawsuit. It'd be interesting if that happened, and I wouldn't be opposed to people finding out more of the truth and things that I didn't even—
Ooh, that's a subtle threat. Listen, yeah, if you want to sue me, that's fine. I don't think they're gonna like what they see in Discovery.
talk about.
Yeah, that's a power play. I didn't know if the other one was before. It felt like one. It felt like a jab that was written into the script. That was a fucking that was like a, yeah, you know, if you want to come for me, come for me. But they're just gonna read more of your messages, so I don't know if I would go and do that.
And I wouldn't be opposed to people finding out more of the truth and things that I didn't even talk about today, and what else he's been lying about. And I'm sure there's also plenty of things that even I don't know about. And yeah, there's more things that I didn't even talk about today, but I'm hoping that now that I have this out, this is the last time.
Dude, someone in chat. Hey, it's me, Mizkif. Well, I need a loud wind. Hold on. wait, dude. Oh, that's a fucking YouTube short. That's not gonna last the meme. Loud wind sound effect. I hope that chat message is still there when I get back. Yeah, wait, dude. Wait, hold on. Here it is. How loud is this? Where did it go? Hey, it's me, Mizkif. I'm on the wing of your plane. I know we're technically not in Texas or California, but just let me know if you can message me back soon, or just look out the window. I'm outside the plane. Yeah, that's me right there. Yeah, that's me outside the. I was just wondering if maybe we could have a conversation when it lands about our relationship. Dude, holy
Time I ever have to talk about it, and I can be like, okay, I got it out there. I'm not withholding this anymore. It's out there. And yeah. I guess that's pretty much it. Definitely not how I would have liked to spend my Saturday.
I can't imagine this
I
is
would have loved to go to karaoke with my friends or something like that instead. A lot of people like karaoke, right, guys?
All right, so is this pretty much it?
Yeah, I think that's it. I'm probably gonna take some time off. I'm not sure, like, I genuinely have no idea what the response to this all is gonna be like. I really just want to—
Dude, Adam's like, that's great. That'll give her time to go to therapy.
Like I said, do my best to move on from this. because I've already been doing that for a year. Like I said, I feel like that's pretty clear. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right, so that was the statement by Emiru. I think those messages were pretty fucking crazy. This is one of those, I knew something was off with this person, but I couldn't prove it. No, I feel like people, again, we're trying to, I'm not really going to dive into the past of Mizkif. We could do that on a separate stream. We could obviously take a different route on our follow-up stream, depending on what happens, because we are going to be doing a day 2 to this regardless. I don't know if anything's going to happen tomorrow, but if it's not, we could default back to covering the old Mizkif stuff and reviewing that. But I think that a lot of people could probably prove it. Grown throws tantrum because his girl is better at video games. Emiru has entered the chat. I'm done putting up with this shit. You go, girl. All right, so I've got a couple more things here. If you think that I missed something, I'm probably just saving it for the next segment, which is also tonight, so you'll see it eventually. I did grab a couple of Reddit threads here and a couple of tweets and things that I wanted to show you, so let's take a look at them now. This is the initial thread that was on LSF. Emiru accuses Mizkif of sexual assault, domestic abuse, and stalking and threats of blackmail. Ludwig right now. Really? Right in front of my second public apology? Dude, Ludwig, Elwig, fucking Jellywig could literally not walk into a fucking rake harder. Keep in mind, Ludwig opened up by saying that it was a shock collar, talking about Hassan, going all the way back to Collargate drama, and that, which, by the way, was confirmed by his girlfriend. And then he came back and said that XQC is causing this drama. It's actually not a shock collar. He got the call from Hassan Piker, and also all this drama is happening, and you guys won't even forgive Mizkif. And he apologized to Mizkif, and Mizkif got on his high horse and goes, I don't accept your apology. And that was like 3 days ago. So yeah, Ludwig is not having a good week. Ludwig is not having a good week. Oh, and this is all that information. Ludwig just apologized to Miz for everything during the whole Miz and Train drama about the sexual assault cover-up. Amazing. Released the Mizkif files. His house in Austin was basically streamer. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's a lot. Right after Mizkif made the moral high ground video too. Ha 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 ha. The death of Mizkif and the resurrection of Rich Campbell was not in my business card. Bro had a loaded gun to his head and really tried to make a comeback. That's insane. Holy fucking shit, bro. 2025 is what the fucking streamer world. I think if 2024 was like the biggest year of YouTube drama ever, 2025 is the biggest year of Twitch drama ever. That's probably the way I'd classify it. I don't think that content is bigger and better by a wide margin in 2025, but I would say that it's definitely Twitch's version of what we had last year on YouTube for sure. The CX effect, Paul Deno sends his regards, Ed Void never stopped searching. Bro went full CX explains why everyone just bailed on him like that. So now moving forward, we have Mizkif's abusive pattern of throwing objects and violence goes back for years. This is where we start looking at old clips in hindsight, using the veil of hindsight to laugh. But this is Adept, Malena, QT Cinderella, and Maya.
No, I'm not talking to them today.
Well, nobody asked you to, so.
I'm not doing anything.
Okay. Look at her face. She's so uninterested.
I can't see his face. Where is it?
No. Maya unimpressed. That's what that was.
2 Starbucks bags.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Starbucks, they got you.
So he just be throwing shit.
She said no. Maya unimpressed. That's what that was.
2 Starbucks bags of Starbucks they got you over the past 2 days.
Oh my god.
That was throw it back. Funny. Throw it back. There better be.
Okay, that was pretty fucking weird. So he has like an anger problem. I hate to... Maybe he does need therapy.
Oh my god, I would beat the shit out of him.
We're live. What the fuck?
Dude, the whole chat, like, we're live, she's texting, everyone's freaking out. No, it doesn't look like a bit.
Anyway, there's something about being trapped in a car with
Oh my god, there's more clips.
an angry aggro man that is like the absolute most helpless thing. Dude, I did a guy that
Did she just eat ice?
would go like 100 miles an hour on the, like we would fight in the car, which was never my decision. Like it just always like happened. Like we just would like fight in the car and then he'd go like 100 and I would like literally like beg him to slow down. I'd be so scared and I'd cry. And
All right, I assume that can't possibly be about Mizkif. Who is that?
then he would not slow down until I apologized. Whoa.
Wait, is that?
So then I started driving only. Like, I wouldn't let him drive me anywhere. But then if we'd get in a fight while I was driving...
Wait, who is that?
He would, like, pound my ceiling in my glove box.
Ooh,
He would, like,
scary.
scream and, like, hit the ceiling and, like, hit the glove box and just, like...
Is that Ms. Oh.
Scream profanity.
That's the... Oh.
And scream, like...
All right, well... This is someone who's previously dated Mizkif, giving a very similar testimony, but we don't know, just to be clear, we don't know for a matter of fact that is about Mizkif.
Just call me terrible.
That's Maya. Oh.
While he was doing it.
That is Maya Higa. Okay.
And then I'd pull over and be like, get out of my car, and he'd be like, no. And then I was like, well, okay.
Now, listen, it looks really bad, but it could be a huge coincidence, okay? So just let's think about that.
Because what am I going to do?
Yeah, what are you
What am I going to do?
Oh. Look at Randy Orton slithering in! Dude, she just turns around like, why is this woman upside down? Why is this? Oh my god! He just... That's not... Normal people don't drop people like that, Mizkif. That could be certain... Yeah. There's more to the Maya clop? Why'd you say clop?
Do you like my setup?
Wait, what is it? Sorry, I just clicked into this. I literally clicked into this. This was a mistake. This isn't even queued up.
Excuse me? Don't talk to me like that, Matthew. Sorry, Maya. No, it's not funny. Every time you do it, it bothers me. It's just me kidding around, Maya.
Why do these people film themselves doing this?
Well, it's not funny to me. I don't think it's funny.
Look at her face. Oh my god, this is sad.
I don't know why you say it to me all the time.
There's a Christmas tree in the background. This is supposed to be a nice time.
Funny, Maya. It's just me trolling. I don't even realize I say it. Well, start paying attention to what you have to say because it's getting really annoying that you do this all the time.
Ooh, this is like weird.
The fact that we've had this conversation that many times and somehow it's still not serious enough to you is annoying.
Shut up. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do.
This is actually like a child. He's legitimately like a child. Holy fuck, what was that? That was a total misclick. Emiru shows the constant harassment that she keeps facing from Mizkif after they broke up. Got it twisted, 99% of obsessed exes give up right before they get the response they want. Yes, dude! You're just showing her how much you love her, dude. Mizkif caught essaying, and... Oh my god, dude. Jesus. My god, she has the receipts. Nah, he hit her with the ChatGPT wall of text. The ChatGPT message is so hilariously pathetic. Imagine him writing the prompt like, "Hey ChatGPT, my ex won't respond to me. Please write a Discord message that will get her to reply." Why is ChatGPT not working? Why is AI bad? My girlfriend's still not talking to me. Damn, she's not holding back with the receipts. Don't blame her, but holy fuck, the Twitch drama frogs might be having their best month ever. Second. All right, let's see. Mizkif's visible discomfort when Arki and Yugi bring up how happy Emiru is since distancing. All right, this could be funny. Let's see.
Dude, you know one of my favorite collabs was Emiru, bro. Oh my god, Emiru.
Dude, he's looking at... Did you have sex with my ex-girlfriend?
So cool. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Dude, everyone was like so cool. Emiru, bro, I didn't think Emiru was...
Did you have sex with my ex-girlfriend?
Gonna tap in with us. That's the thing. Because we were with Cinna and Bonnie, but it's just the thing that Emiru, when she popped up, I was like, dude, Emiru was like... Like, I'm not gonna lie, everyone's been so cool so far, except for like... I feel like there has to be like a cancer. Like, there has to be like a reason people...
Dude, there has to be like some cancer in this city. I wonder who it is.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's always gotta be that one person. But definitely, like, Emiru was definitely probably one of the best.
You think that phases me at all?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? That, like, none of this, like, I don't think you understand. Bro, you can't hurt me. There's nothing you can do.
What are you talking about?
No, I'm not talking about anything.
We collabed with Cinna, Bonnie, and Emiru the other day.
What
That's
the
great.
fuck?
That's fine. Enjoy yourselves, brothers.
Whoa, bro, are you okay? Are you good?
Are you good? Yeah, I'm good. I just gotta go to the bathroom. Like, give me a minute.
Dude, it's okay.
I know it's okay.
Dude, wait, what's
He's fountain. He's crying. His girlfriend is seeing other guys.
What did I say?
You said nothing.
Am I seeing other guys? I mean collaborating. Like she's being seen outside of her house.
Collab, that's
She's
cool.
wearing pajamas. She's not wearing pajamas anymore.
It's fine. I have no problem with that. I told you there's no issue.
You used to live with Emiru.
He's balding. He got a hair transplant. His hair still looks terrible. Something's still off about it. Oh my god, look at his eyes.
You wanted to use Emiru to become bigger, and you couldn't. So then she broke up with you.
And everyone's been like having way more fun and doing way more cooler things.
What even are you spitting?
Dude, everyone used to always be in a room. Now she's like going IRL and having fun and doing a lot of cooler stuff now. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord.
You would have brought down the vibe for Emiru.
Yeah.
Facts.
This is so fucking weird, dude. Holy shit, that's a hell of a rage bait. Yeah, these two are insane. They don't give a fuck. Dude wants to rage so badly. He for sure crashed out for private. Dude, as soon he's like, I just want to go to the bathroom, man. I just want to go to the bathroom, man. I just want to go to the bathroom, man. I just want to go to the bathroom, man. There, let me see. Where is this? No, not that one. Where is? Yeah, this one. Dude, I just want to go to the bathroom, man. Come on, I just want to go to the bathroom. There's no issues here. I just want to go to the bathroom. Walks into the bathroom.
2187 may have helped in the escape.
Damn, they really were fucking with him. When did this happen? Oh, brother. So we actually looked at all these messages already. We don't need this. Thank God. Oh, what is this? I'm not trying to attract weird people. I'm sorry. Bullshit. I don't think of things the same way. So MECC is feeling vindicated after Terrible Human was exposed today. For years on my Twitch stream, I had one bad experience with one Twitch streamer within my 9 years of streaming, and they're finally being exposed for being a terrible human. And finally, Asmongold says he'll help out anyone who is scared to come out with their story.
Also, by the way, if there's anybody out there that, like, if you're worried that if you come out and say something, like, I can't write blank checks. But, like, if you're one of the people that I know, and you're worried about, like, oh, well, if I come out.
This is a great play right now. This is a great PR play. Listen, if there's anybody, I know all the Twitch streamers are covering stuff up, but I will literally help you.
Well, like, just message me.
I'm not trying to say that, like, cynically, but that definitely is something like to say.
Just message me, and I will talk to you about it. So, yeah. And don't be afraid. I mean, I think that people should absolutely be afraid. It's a serious situation. It's scary. You should approach it with a large amount of uncertainty. Also,
all right, guys. So that's the Emiru segment.